All right, we are live. What is up, peoples of YouTube? I'm Motorcycle Mick, and today we're doing another live stream. It's Thursdays, and honestly, I'm trying to figure out why the hell. Oh, it's okay. So cool. We can see a lot of comments down in the left or right side of the screen, and yeah, we put out that we're all in lockdown, stuff like that, and on this live stream, I got my couple minutes of talking about the Saddlemen seat I got. You guys saw that video. It was actually a very comfy seat, easy to install. I mean, besides the backrest was a little bit shorter than what was necessary, but it was super comfortable, and it was fun for me, honestly, to be able to have that. And yeah, so I mean, if you guys have any questions about the seat, feel free to ask. But we are joined today by the Norseman. I know you guys have seen them in the comments. I sent some invites out to other people, and what I'll do is I'll throw some. You know what I'll do is fuck me. Invite. Oh, copy the clipboard. I will put the link down in the chat. What's up, Bearded Bobber? I will put the link down in the chat. If anyone wants to jump in, feel free. I mean, I'm all about getting people on here and being able to talk about channels and stuff like that. I honestly, what's up, Spiff? I've honestly been staring at my computer screen for the last few live streams when I started doing this, and yeah, so real quick, I'm gonna let the Norseman talk about himself so I can shut the fuck up. And so, you guys don't. So, introduction, Norseman. You guys see him in the chat. I'll let him tell you more about himself.
Well, I'm starting my own YouTube channel. Motorcycle Mick here has been eagerly, how do I want to put this, pushing me to do a lot more content, which, ironically enough, is going to be my first piece that I'm going to do is going to be about wiring up a motorcycle radio. So if you guys want to take a quick gander as to what I am doing here, I got my fairing all apart, and I'm going to show how do like an instructional on how to do the wiring, then do kind of like a quasi review on the Aqueous radio, which is actually pretty cool. It's got a lot of cool features, so hopefully in the next couple weeks I will have that all set up and done. And then moving on to the next portion would be some other just how-tos, not your standard run-of-the-mill how to change your oil on your bike, but here we are. That's all I got.
Bill, what fucking in my vaporized, dude? Can't cut me off like that. So yeah, so you guys, I've been eagerly pushing him to start making content because honestly, for me, I have way more fun. I mean, I got some in the mail the other day from a subscriber with some stickers, and yeah, man, Mr. Mustache sent me something with a personalized note with it, and it really stuck in my head. It was really cool, man, and talking about how, you know, the stuff I do for smaller moto vloggers. And I mean, honestly, in my mind, I'm still a small moto vlogger, being 100% truthful. It's just the way I am. But it's fun, man. Like, for me, it's super fun, and it's all about the community, man. For me, I don't see myself to hide anything, so I'm a very open book about asking questions about motovlogging stuff, any information like that. It's just the kind of person I like being. I like to help people grow. So, and for the record, the link is in the side chat on the Motorcycle Maker where it says the StreamYard logo. If you click on that, it'll pull you up and you can get into the green screen area. I can add you into here. We have 6 spots. Oh, they got Patrick Hadrick jumping in. There we go.
What's up?
The notorious man that hides behind every video I make.
How's it going?
Welcome, man. Why don't you start off by telling us about yourself, man, what the stuff you do.
Oh, shit, about me? Oh, fuck. Just plain old ordinary dude, man. I do wood finishing for a living, and I do all that bike stuff on the side.
I think we all do.
Pretty much.
Like, I do a lot of like aluminum polishing, paint work. You know, I dabble in some vinyls and LEDs, all that simple stuff. Nothing too complicated.
Oh man, like, so tell us what you ride. What kind of bike are you scooting around on? I see that pretty picture in your YouTube stuff.
That is my 97 ZX11.
Thing's at 97. The thing is beautiful.
Thanks.
Well, no,
Hey, I'm just throwing this out there. Not everything that's old is supposed to look junky. Because I ride a '97 Road King, and let me tell you, I get a lot of compliments on how it looks. And if you check that out, that's clean for a '97.
Nice.
it is a nice bike. Besides, you get the fucking white walls on that thing.
I have white walls on it. What's wrong with it?
They're ugly. White walls just.
Dude, this is a literally flat black, rat rotted, as simple as it comes. I'm trying to get rid of all the chrome. I cannot stand chrome.
I will show you the
Like
coating to get on that exhaust too. But yeah, so I see that I've been trying to convince you to make more content, Patrick.
Yes, you have.
I'm pushing everyone to make content because now's the perfect time, you know. Hey, what's up, Blacktop? But yeah, I mean, so like, what is when you start making content, like, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I don't know. The first thing I think is just have fun. I don't try to be too serious about anything. I don't do any editing whatsoever. I just get a plan in my head. I kind of rehearse it a little bit and then just rock and roll and post it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people miss that opportunity. It's like my first video that's got my most views ever on any of my videos so far. Well, I guess the other ones keep adding up, but my first video I put out was freaking, what was it? Talking about my Tab Performance mufflers on my iPhone when I was I was facing it up and down because I had no idea. Things got 6,000 views, no editing, no anything.
Holy shit!
Yeah, dude. And honestly, it's 100% worth it, man. Just to, even if you take that step and make something, you know, it gets your mind flowing, get your minds off other things. It's fun, you know.
I have a blast. I mean, some of my early videos sucked because I do all of it on a phone, but my old phone was garbage. That thing sucked ass. For some reason, it wouldn't let me make a video longer than 3 minutes for some stupid ass reason. It kept cutting me off, but I just kept doing it anyway, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, most people don't take that step. It's really cool you did that too. Is like most people just don't take that step and just take, like, everyone I know has a freaking iPhone, and iPhones are like the easiest freaking way to make content because they have iMovie on the iPhone. If you want to do the editing on it, and it's got music with it, and it's easy, man. Like it's easy to have that moment where you can just, have something, a documentation for future generations. Because when I started my channel, I didn't think I was going to succeed like I have. I had no idea. Like, you were watching my videos when I had.
I'm gonna tell you this. I remember when you only had like 3 subscribers. Literally.
I'm floored to have any subscribers because I almost feel like I make no effort at all.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like the reason I started making videos is not to, like, fame is what people make it, and be like whatever it is. What benefit do you get from it? It's fun, like when you can make a difference, and in my mind, like that's what I'm going for. Is I'm trying to make that difference to help people and have them to have as much fun as I am, because I honestly almost stopped making, like, and this is something I never really talked about, is like I almost stopped making YouTube videos after my first season, just because I was getting stressed out putting out 2 videos a week, like that was.
Hell yeah, that's a lot, especially if you are doing editing. That's a shit ton of work.
It is, and like, yeah, having to find content to make, having to make content, and like feeling forced to do it. And that's why I changed over to this new format where it's like I'll put out 1 video a week and do a live stream on Thursdays where I can. Initially, it was just like talk about what the video I made, but my live streams never went like that. It was 2 minutes of talking about the video because you go watch it, but it was fun for being able to just make content again and not be on a stringent schedule. I hate when I see people fail and they stop making videos because it's such a strain on their life. What's up, Scouts? And real quick though, I'm gonna shout out everyone in the chat right now. We got Spickman Club, Jones's Rides, Blacktop Devil, Mr. McStash, Adventures of the Bearded Bobber was here first, I believe. Harley Roadshow is here. You guys all, yeah. So I'm gonna do it again because if you guys want to join in, I put the link in the whatever the fuck that is. But yeah, I mean, so what is if you start making content again? What would you start like really making stuff? Like, what would be your first video you'd want to make?
I started off wanting to moto vlog, but for whatever reason that didn't pan out, and I just started just putting up videos. Just said, fuck it, if it happens, that'll happen. Till then, I'll do this. I don't care.
Yeah, and that's something I really keyed up on, and I don't know what anybody else says. And if you're in the chat, comment on this too. But that's it, man. That's the way you do it. Like people think moto vlogging is now restricted to just being on the bike, but that's not how I started. My videos were staring at the camera I have right here, dude. Like just laying out on top of my car, staring at this camera, doing dumbass shit.
Well, it's funny because it's like my first two videos, like they were posted like what 9, almost 10 years ago, and it was actually like a selling feature for I was selling my bobber, and I had so many people like asking to like either like, hey, send me a video that I decided to go ahead and just put it up on YouTube. Just a quick walk around of what it was, and it didn't have like any hits, or there was no, like back then it wasn't like trying to be like YouTube famous or anything like that. It was just merely a tool to use to sell things on eBay. And now with the popularity that it's now has, it's actually pretty interesting that like watching like a lot of these people that do videos like on the regular, and it becomes like a full-time job for them. I mean, it's like living the dream right there. It's just basically like inviting people into your life, and showing them, what it is that you're passionate about,
Yeah, I'm gonna add Mr. McStash in here. He joined in.
Hey, what's happening? Man, the beards are in full force.
Hey. You gotta have a beard.
Oh, wait.
You can't get in the stream without a beard.
You can't trust anyone without a beard. So, Mr.
Right.
McStash, tell us about yourself and your channel, man.
Here we go. I'm sorry, say it again. I was trying to get out of the other feed.
Oh, so tell us about yourself and your channel, man. Also, thank you for what I got. This shit you sent me.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem. I started my channel because some people we used to ride with was not going to be able to ride with us anymore. So I got a GoPro and stuck it on the bike and started making videos. No audio, just video. And I ran out of place to store it. So the wife said, well, put it on a YouTube channel. So I did. And then, I don't know, I started watching other people's stuff and seeing them talk, and basically, I don't mean this the wrong way, but just babble and say nothing, and I'm like, I can do that. So I started doing it and ended up at a moto meetup, and yeah, it's just, like I said, I started for friends of mine. I didn't care if I had more than the 5 that watched, but now I'm over 200 and ready to do another giveaway. It's pretty awesome.
Right on.
Yeah, man. And your sticker's going on my bike when I get back out to it. I can't bring myself to walk down there without getting on it. And
Take it off.
yeah, I got to be careful right now, especially with. I don't want to. That's a big question that came up. Is in my state, they don't want people to ride motorcycles. We're on lockdown. They're like, go for walks, ride your bicycles. And I know a lot of people got pissed off about don't ride your bike. And we lost Mr. McStash. But it was
They told us for the first time that San Francisco,
You know,
which we didn't.
it pissed a lot of people off. That whole concept of, hey, you can't ride your motorcycle. But when you think about it, we got Mr. McStash back. But when you think about it, it's in my mind being selfish. All right, like not being selfish. What's up, Harley Dave? Is I don't want to get stuck in a brick building with a bunch of people with coronavirus, especially in a weekend state like that when you're hurt. And people aren't paying attention right now to bikes because we're just getting into being able to hop on the bikes and ride. So and honestly, Michigan had a really bad year last year for motorcycle accidents.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, when they lift all this stuff, it's going to be dangerous for a couple of months to be on a bike. Because you're going to have all kinds of people that ain't paying attention to nothing but getting out and doing this and that, and you know they're not even worried about bikes.
Yeah, it's insane to think about it. And I see got a guest over there. Hello, guest. But no, I mean, like that's something I think about is like I'm being selfish in my mind. I know that sounds bad, but I'm not about trying to be stuck in a place like that. And if you get hurt, you can't ride again. You know, if you die or not, you can't ride your bike. So
Yeah, I never did get that. Somebody said that Michigan shut down the motorcycle ride. I mean, what was the purpose?
it's because of hospital beds. So Michigan already has a problem with people on motorcycles and accidents and things like that. So it's kind of a save the amount of beds kind of thing. Like you can go out and ride. The Michigan State Police basically said go for it. But you know, in my mind, these people aren't really. I don't think anyone's in the right state of mind right now in the state, especially with everything that's going on. Being one of the bigger situations, especially where I live at, which is near basically ground zero for COVID-19 here. So
I got a bad plate and no insurance anyway, so it's all good for the moment.
I do funeral details on the weekend, so nobody looks out for me, and I upset them when I stop their traffic. So whatever.
yeah,
Screw 'em if they can't take a joke.
Right?
Yeah, man. I like I said, I got into it to do the moto vlogging, and it didn't really go that way. So I just said, "Fuck it," you know, and I'll just start doing shop videos, and you know, just little painting stuff, some polishing stuff. I do have one project that's going to be ground up. I'm building the frame and everything.
Oh, right on.
there you go. Well, you got to document every stage of that.
Oh yeah.
Is there a key onto what the bike is?
You mean what style?
Yeah. Well, okay, we can go style.
Well, the motor is going to be off of an older 450 Suzuki street bike.
Oh, nice.
But everything else, short of the motor and the rims and tires and probably the front forks, I'll be hand fabbing everything else. But it's going to be, I guess, I don't know. I guess you'd say sort of like a short fork chopper, because it'll be a hardtail frame. It's going to be, when you're on it, it's going to feel like you're riding a chopper, but it's not going to be a long fork bike.
So it'd be almost like a quasi cafe racer.
No, because it's going to have a real low seat. Basically, the back of the frame will come down to a wedge, you know, right to the back wheel. So it'll have a chopper vibe, but I'm using like a stock motorcycle fork.
Right.
So it'll just all come from the head tube and just come straight down to the back wheel. But it's going to have some weird style to it though. I'm probably going to get a little bit of hate, but that's okay. I'm a big boy. I can take it.
Yeah, people that always hate on stuff are normally just jealous of the fact that they don't have one. They need to find a reason to pick on it to make it feel better.
Patrick, you do you, brother. You do you.
Oh, I always do. I always do. Some people like it, some people don't. You know, some people don't know how to take me because honestly, I'll say just about anything to anybody. I don't give a fuck.
I kind of have that same problem.
Damn.
But I'm looking forward to getting into that. I mean, I've been able to weld for years. I got a nice little MIG out in my shop. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I got a couple other project bikes, but that's the one that I'm leaning towards the most, wanting to do.
Harley Roadshow says we are in complete lockdown here. $20,000 fine if you're out without a valid reason.
Wow, that's insane.
Damn.
That's
I mean, that's nuts. And Jonesy's over here with getting an 80-mile ride with his daughter in.
Get it while you can.
ride for the rest of us.
I honestly
want to
need
hear about. I want to hear about it. My wife took a ride with the grandbaby, and I sat at the house.
Oh hell!
New York still fucking blows right now, mates. Biff sounds like he's in New York. This one right here, Harley Dave. Oh wow, I have papers the same way my job is essential. Basically, it means like I'm expendable. I know that feeling, man. I know that feeling. Like, where I'm at right now, stuff came up, and I hate going to work feeling terrified, man. Like, I mean, honestly, the effects of this thing and what it's doing.
I get a little wigged out pretty much every time I go out now.
I honestly, it's like you convince yourself you can do it, and then you're like, eh.
See, my problem is that I always like look at statistics, right? So kind of following this whole pandemic, you know, you look at it and it's like, okay, it only affects people over the age of like with underlying health issues. But then you got 38-year-olds that are in way better shape than I am, you know, kicking the bucket on this. And I'm looking at this going, I'm not about to tempt fate. So I'm just going to stay at home, put my garage together, and just do shit around the house. It's just not worth it, you know?
Yeah, that's what it came down for me is like, I don't know, trying to really pick up on the fact that I convincing myself I can do it, and it's like, you know what, riding season hasn't really officially started here. Wow, Jesus. Harley Roadshow, a brothel got fined $50,000 here yesterday. They caused a traffic jam. That's how the cops found out.
Whoops.
Oh hell!
I don't know if I've ever seen an orgy that fucking just caused a traffic jam. Damn.
Well, I don't want to sound like a dick, but I ain't risking my life for pussy. That's for sure.
They were, and then he comes back with they were the only one open. Like, not only are we not essential, I mean, I don't know. How do you qualify that as essential? Essential.
That's got to be essential to somebody.
Yeah, if you're a single cat, that's fucking essential.
I mean, think about it. You've been in lockdown for like what, 3 to 4 weeks. You kind of get tired of yourself.
I honestly, I don't even know where to start with that. Where
I told one of my buddies if they close liquor stores, I'm fucking rioting.
You know that the one guy I saw took a picture and he had a loaf of bread in his saddlebag, and he's just like, yeah, just keep a loaf of bread in there. So they ask you what you're doing, just say you're going to the store for bread. That's genius. Like, if they were out of toilet paper here, I had to ride over to 3 hours away just to find it.
Yeah, I don't get that shit.
Harley Roadshow, I feel like I wish you had pictures of this because it says there was a freaking line stretched down the street.
Wow. Oh hell.
Harley, where are you at in where are you at in Australia? Because I definitely need to this is
about his and Dan's.
let's see if I can do this right. Did I hit the right button? No. What am I doing?
Completed Investigators really have no
Learning as you go.
I am learning 100% as I go. Oh yeah, see on the big.
the night Kevin went missing.
I can't even figure it out right now. I suck. You know, I'll figure it out one day. I will figure this out and how to not be a noob at this. Yeah, but it's oh Jesus. We got Harley Roadshow coming in here with it was friggin' stressed on the street, and Jonesy comes right back with, yeah, but it's moldy.
Whatever happened there.
It's that.
Yeah,
button
I'm on my
over-
phone, so I don't see any of the chat. So if somebody's saying anything to me, no offense if I didn't answer.
Oh no, I make your shit at this. Scouts, get in here and fucking show me how to do it, then you bastard.
So Patrick, I figured out how to do it. Right, you set up your iPad, and then you take your trusty phone, just turn the volume all
What's
the way
up,
down,
Bees?
and just put it down in front of you.
Oh, no doubt. Well, I got a laptop, but I'm currently locked out of it.
Too much Pornhub.
Right.
Hey, don't knock Pornhub, okay? They've been actually donating masks, and they changed their name for like 24 hours to like Home Hub.
It's stay at home hub, yeah, dude. And they got it's free. Pornhub premium is free, so stay at home. You don't need you don't need that freaking
Live chat sponsored by.
yeah. Like, what? I just want to do that. I'm gonna start changing my videos, like the intro screen where it's got like the motorcycle mic. I'm gonna change it from that just to the Pornhub drums. See how many people pay attention at that point. My retention rate is high because they're like, "Where's the video start?"
He tripled in views.
Real quick, I'm gonna do another down the line of people in the chat right now. We got, I know Adventures of the Bearded Bobbard was here, might be here. Harley Roadshow, Jonesy's Rides. We got Spiff McFluff, Harley Roadshow, Scouse Adventures, Dirty D's just showed up. And then we got the people that are in right now, which we got this idiot right here, Norseman, Mr. McStash, and Patrick Hattrick. And we got Jigglyfly in here too now. Yay! So yeah, I mean that's a big question, and also too, if you guys haven't checked out Deeza's new roast video, it's fucking awesome. What's up, Glide Arkansas? I was just like, finally, I was not the in my mind. I thought about that. I'm like, I was half-assed. So I don't know if you guys ever see my video called "For All the Love and Hate." Thank you.
I did see that.
And some of those people I roasted in that shit weren't too fucking happy about it. And then eventually they realized they were just being dicks and came back. But
man, you can't be butthurt on YouTube, man. It's just
no, and that's
nobody's opinion's that fucking important.
No, dude, that's what was fun. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna roast you, but I'm gonna be positive about it. Like, and
I thought it was hilarious.
My last one was my favorite. It's an Indian, you fucking fuck. Like, I will pin that shit on that for everyone, so everyone that sees that video will just see it's an Indian, you fucking fuck. Like, no, and it's cool though. Like, I could see that. Like, when Patrick started watching my videos, it was cool that you could see I wasn't like the typical like your jab shit Harley guy, like. And that's what I like people to see. Melbourne, fucking googling this. About time, Harley Roadshow. Melbourne brothel orgy line down street.
Blocks traffic.
Wow. Okay, I wish I could figure out how to screen share this shit because it says the first option.
There's a thing down at the bottom that says share screen.
Oh shit! Look at that. Share screen. Okay. Okay, there we go.
So I still breathe for Kevin. To me, Kevin still hasn't been 10
There it is.
Jesus.
Wow, goodbye.
Whoa! That's
Infinity.
Cool.
Okay.
Which one is it?
You know what? We're gonna figure this one out. Can you guys see the?
Wait, on one of those Norsemen was upside right.
It's just okay. We're gonna figure this out real quick because that was into a fucking oblivion.
Where's Stu said?
A Chrome tab is that?
My future.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so can y'all see that?
You have to
I
blow
see
it up.
something, but it's really small.
Well, it's not the first time I've heard that today. Anyways, okay, so like if you're leading down the lines, I typed in Melbourne brothel orgy line down street. All right, first it wants to correct me on how to spell Melbourne. They can fuck right off. Second off, the options we have are Melbourne brothels, a guide to Melbourne's best brothels.
Can you forward me that link?
Sexpert visits brothel with lingerie-clad women lined up to be whatever. Brothel near the best Asian grills and Wait, what? Brothel near me, best Asian grill brothels. Girl. I think they meant girls, but it says grill. That. Jesus, like what?
Grill sounds good right about now.
I don't even fucking
Right, get laid and get you some barbecue.
I don't even fucking know. We're gonna check out the fucking comments real quick here. You got
That's a new spin on the Japanese steakhouse.
Yeah. Here's a shitty comment. Hey, here's some roast. Man, why? Why? You? I read that wrong. I fucking suck. The League of Extraordinary Bearded Gentlemen. I like that.
Indeed.
I like that.
Spiff. I'm still growing mine out. Got a pretty good isolation beard going on. Spiff and Pluff. At Motorcycle Mick, create a singularity. I don't know what the fuck that. I'm uneducated.
Yeah, I'm not getting it either.
Anyone? I don't know. I just fucking gave everyone the red pill on that one, where the fucking screen just went into Inception.
There's my boy. Oh, hell no, you look me in the mouth.
What kind of dog is that?
He's a mutt.
No, my brother has one that looks exactly like him.
We think he's some sort of shepherd hound mix.
Been trying to figure that out, but it's still a confusion.
We looked at a bunch of pictures, and he was the closest thing we could come to. Because he kind of looks like a shepherd, but his bottom teeth come up in front of his top teeth, like a bulldog does. He's really smart, but he's really a pain in the ass. He's kind of a dick.
Kind of a dick. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell happened with that screen share, but
this is how you survive isolation right here.
StreamYards for the tards. Remedial StreamYard training for you, Mick. Thank you. But if you were in here, Scouts, you could fucking educate me in person, right? Meow. But you're off doing something. I don't know what you're doing with your life. I'm doing nothing with my life. I am a YouTuber. I make $0.
I honestly don't ever plan on making a penny off of YouTube.
I plan on making 2 pennies.
Outside of Texas.
Just wait till the commercials cap in. Been killing YouTube.
You know what?
Too much shit to get you demonetized. You know.
See, that's the thing is there's real. Get in there, Scouts. Yeah, Scouts, get the fuck in here. Most real smart people aren't a pain in the ass. I'm just an ass. Anyways, no, I mean, I feel like having a YouTube is like once you monetize, it really helps promote your videos because YouTube's like, I can make all of your money. So they're like, I'm going to promote you now. So all that hard work to make them money. I've never felt more like a fucking brothel worker. And
YouTube is your pimp.
That's great.
YouTube is my pimp.
What a fine pimp he is.
Dirty D is over here with the best way to make money from YouTube is to invest in Google. I'm broke. I wouldn't invest in Google.
So I'm gonna throw this out there. So if you ever people look up stuff on Google all the time, right? And they kind of take it at fact, right? So today on Facebook, I was kind of trolling through, and I saw an article on what the hell is his name? Ron Finch, right? If you Google Ron Finch bike builder, it'll tell you that he was born in 1902 and died in 1962. Then it proceeds to tell you on how in 1981 he got into a car accident with a drunk driver 20 years after he died. Peculiar, but found it to be entertaining.
He's a time traveler like Nicolas Cage.
It's like anything else, you know. This is my French, my French mama boyfriend. Bonjour.
Dude, I watched this video. I know people are about conspiracy shit, but I watched this video that's like a bunch of facts and stuff. It's 3 hours long, which honestly is like sounds intimidating, but if you watch it, your mind is awakened to something far greater than you could have ever fucking known. And like, I thought I knew shit in conspiracy, and they call them conspiracy facts in the video, and it's because they are. And like, it blew my mind.
Oh, some of that shit will scare the hell out of you. Because if you think you know what's going on, you don't know shit.
Oh no, like, and it's like you think you know, but but yeah. I mean, honestly, I just hop on my motorcycle, and that's my conspiracy theory. Like,
Right?
I would rather invest my time into invest in Google. I invested in my Harley, and I'll never get that return back. Though, geez, just to go way off track from where I was at.
I think the best investment would be investing in yourself, getting smarter, and getting I don't know, stepping outside of your comfort zone every day.
I hate being in the public eye, and I do this.
I love hiding in sight. I mean, realistically, this is not easy to hide.
Wait, who are you?
How'd that guy get in here?
What is this channel you're talking about?
What are we doing? Are we doing the Russian accents now? We just. Oh no, dude! Like me and the Norseman will get hammered, and just it goes into full on Russian conversations. It's hilarious.
It gets awkward real quick, especially people like half the people will literally think that we're like from somewhere, I don't know, distant and foreign, and halfway through it's like we'll go back into like just talking normally, and people will be
What's
like,
up, Dark Visor?
"What the hell?"
All right, so this is the question of the hour, and it's baining me. Jiggy Fly asks, "Are the new rims installed at the Motorcycle Mick?" Well, if I didn't have two front wheels, they would be installed, but I'm waiting on the new rear wheel
If
tomorrow.
you had a Can-Am, you'd be great.
Yeah, if I had a Can-Am, I'd be sitting golden right now, but I got sent two front wheels, and so I'm sitting here with my freaking dick in my hand about this. Because, like, honestly, like, you pointed that out, Patrick, in my video. Like, it comments on my video, "Hey, man, like, bike looks really nice, but those rims look like shit." I'm just like, thank you. I know this.
I couldn't resist, man.
I was just like, it fucking pains me. You go to Gulag.
I know when shit bugs you, it bugs you. I've seen that picture, and I'm like, man, I gotta fuck with this guy.
It is, man. Those wheels are gonna look so nice on that bike. It's gonna add a completely different look to it. Getting rid of that dog dish on the front, having those nice the wheels are wider, so I'm gonna have a wider looking bike.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, not having that ability to have the wheels on, like even that dude, like fucking the Northman, I rode over to his house the other day and he saw it, and I'm just like,
stop looking at my wheels.
Hey, my eyes are up here.
Yeah, I'm fucking sitting there and like sitting here like, yeah, let's go. But I wasn't thinking, like, it's a funny as shit story, and I'll probably put it in the video too. Is I got the wheels up there. I was all excited, dude. Put the wheels in the vehicle. This whole time, like, I'm not even thinking about, do I have the right wheel for it? I'm thinking, what am I, I'm excited to get these wheels on my bike because these rusty ones look like shit. And these new fat spoke wheels, they look like they're spokes, but all fat wheel spokes on motorcycles are actually welded in place rods. So it looks
shit.
It looks like a spoke, but they're not. They don't have any tensioner. They just are. They're the.
Just like a faux mag.
Yeah, I mean, I like the spoke wheel look on the advisor. I fucking saw Dark Visor, and I was just like, advisor.
Focus, man, focus.
I can't fucking focus.
He's got a wheel on the brain.
So, Smith McFluff says, The dog dish on a Harley is like an uneven tit job. But I'm going to educate you, Smith McFluff, on why that dog dish is there. Raymond H. But I'm going to educate you on why the dog dish is there for the Heritage. It's because it's supposed to emulate the disc brakes back, or the drum brakes back in the day, is the look it's supposed to give it. Now, what happened is they gave us another piece of rust, or another piece of chrome that rust and looks like shit. And so we sit here with that whole fucking, you got to polish it. It looks like honestly, I fucking hate chrome because you look like a fucking numpty when you're over there trying to polish chrome to make it look good. I hate that, dude. I honestly hate. You look like a complete. I don't like chrome. I just don't. But no, it is. So Spiff, it is dumb, but they're trying to emulate what that was back in the day. You know, everyone's pissed off about my Heritage. That's why the value of my bike dumped is because all the old fucks that are aging out of riding are like, well, that's not what a Heritage is supposed to be. And these are the same guys that don't realize that chrome was an option back in the day when the Heritage, but the bike the Heritage is modeled after, it's an option. It wasn't on the bike.
Powder coat it.
I'm not powder coating that thing. It's not going to fit on there with those fat spoke wheels.
No, this is why I hate chrome. It pits, it rusts, it changes colors. It's always in the spots where you can't get in there. And they spend more time in your driveway polishing that thing, trying to keep it clean, than getting on it and riding.
Heaven forbid you go
home, black will get you back.
Heaven forbid the fact that you actually have to, go riding in the rain with chrome on your bike.
My buddies used to give me so much shit because of all the polished aluminum on my bike, and I like it to be clean. So yeah, I'd be out there working. They're like, "Come the fuck on, man! It's shiny enough already."
That's the thing is like you spend more time trying to like take care of it. You know, it's like you literally have to invest in like mothers that silver polish that comes in that little tube. You know, to clean that thing. It's like for me, I just like to wipe it down and I'm gone.
Yeah, I use a lot of Never Dull. I love that shit.
I'm just
really good. But
I'm just saying the wipe it down and I'm gone is like a mantra every man can live by.
Wipe it down and I'm gone.
So, later, dog.
So Raymond H says, I'll never duel. I like never duel. So Raymond H says all that's going about the chrome, but they're changing more for blacked out versions. The problem with that is that Harley is creating the blacked out versions. They're special editions. But are you going to pay an extra? I mean, because they're going to put the bigger motor in it, so it's not like you can just have the black option. So you're taking a Street Glide from a bike that might cost you like 23 to 25 grand to something that's going to run you like 30.
So there's a cheaper version of that, right? Because it's like my 97, it's hard to find blacked out parts for it. So if you take all your parts, take everything off that you want to black out, take them to the powder coater and have them powder coat it, it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper. And you get what you want. Because I literally blacked out the entire front end on my bike. And it didn't cost me more than like $300.
I think it's funny. You used to pay for chrome. Now you pay for it to have not chrome on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's chrome's getting like automatic transmissions. You used to come with standard and have to pay for the automatic. Now you can't get the standard.
Yep.
So,
okay, because America doesn't know how to drive a stick, so it's all good.
This is something I have a lot of experience with. Like they did with the Heritage this year. The Heritage being blacked out actually started back in 2018. So my Heritage 114 is a special edition, even though it still has some considerable amount of chrome on there from in my perspective. But they started doing that back in 2018. But the problem is that the exhaust is still chrome. The wheels still have that shitty chrome spoke on them, the chrome dog dish. Uh-oh. Device not connected. Okay, so we're waiting on. Okay, well here we got someone that wants to comment on Chrome stuff too, but they started doing that with the Chrome. What's up, Spiff? And yeah, because the 107 Heritage is now still Chrome. They changed it from being blacked out to Chrome.
Hello.
Yep, I hear you. You're live on this bullshit show.
Hey, buddy.
Sorry, this old house. Wait, no.
What's up, Cliff?
My channel sucks.
It's just growing exponentially.
You have such a positive attitude.
It's growing exponentially. I wish my penis would do the same thing, but it won't. Anyways.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Remember, gentlemen, we lost him. Where did Spiff go? 1 inch a dick at 100 miles an hour is still 100 miles a dick. Logic works.
You mentioned your dick and he bolted.
No, but yeah, so the Heritage, actually, if you're going to get a Heritage 107, get like an 18 or 19. And that's got all the blackout on it, besides like the stuff aforementioned. But now the new 107s are all chrome again, and it's just god awful. Like, also, this is my new patch.
Right on.
Found that one. But yeah, I mean, the Heritage is a great bike. Honestly, I would put it as one of the best baggers ever made. As it is a bagger now because Harley decided to make it that. I think we nailed it.
Sorry, what did you say your bike identifies as?
I don't know. Transsexual, maybe. Who fucking knows? It's a new world.
Mick, if you need me to, I can step out so Spiff can come in here.
Oh no, dude! I can have 6 people in here.
Or 6 of us.
How many of us count for 2?
I do. Thank you. Anyways, I can't hear Spiff if he's talking. I could hear him before.
I can't even see him.
Well, no, he's got his little what do they call that? It's an avatar thing you can have, so you don't have to be face on the camera.
All right.
Oh, there we go. I hear him now.
Technical difficulty. Sorry about that.
Loud and clear.
I'm always difficult. Anyways.
Well,
Technically.
there's nothing technical about it. It's just a fact.
Yeah, it is true. I'm gonna go sit in the corner with my helmet on. You guys, I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's about all I can do, anyways. I mean, New York kind of sucks.
Oh damn, dude, you're at fucking. You're about to have a ship over there, naval ship for other people that aren't coronavirus people.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm about 40 minutes north of the Bronx. I'm like right on the Hudson waterway.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
So like the whole bay goes up like 40 miles.
So if the coronavirus doesn't get you, the Hudson Bay will.
Oh, absolutely. It's literally a 5-minute walk, and like right at where you can go down to the waterfront, it's like a 1.5-foot drop between like the ledge of the waterway and the Hudson. We're like right there. We're kind of like at the worst place for apocalypse anything.
Is that like New York beachfront property?
That doesn't exist.
It's hobo front property.
If you can see the Hudson, that's New York beachfront.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of awful.
So, okay, real quick before we introduce you real quick, I gotta shut this shit down real fast. Jiggy Fly says, I'm thinking about picking up a Vance & Hines FP3. Any of you guys had it? Would you recommend it? No, fuck that shit. Get a Power Vision. If you have a Harley or any other bike, get a DynoJet Power Vision.
I actually have something about that. I used to work for Harley, and everybody hated the FP3. Everybody went for like the Power Commander.
Yeah.
The DynoJet Power Vision now is stellar. The Power Commander is great too. And I just like it because it's a tuner. I can see every aspect of my bike. So if I don't have a gauge for it, my bike, anything that's a sensor on my bike, I can pull it up on there.
That must be nice. Get your tack on your phone. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I have a digital tack.
Nice. You've got that's right. The new Heritage have like all the display information like right in your
Yeah,
What's
I
the
got
riser clamps.
no. It's all on my dash.
And on one particular
Huh.
night,
So, oh, we got Ehart in here. We got real royalty, guys. What the fuck is it? Unmute. The mic is muted. And I can't unmute it. Seriously
It's-
though, like we have a huge live streamer. Fucking fuck me, man. Like
He's bombing.
Pull it together. Pull it together.
Breathe, man. Breathe.
Hey, as long as it's
So-
huge, I'm part of it. I'm good.
so this is a. If you guys have not heard of Ehart34, go check out her channel.
What's that plug?
She has like 70,000 subscribers.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm a peon compared to her. So
Suddenly, you know, everyone else just got a little bit smaller.
but yeah, I mean, so real quick, tell us about your channel, man. Tell us, and then go into your comment. You said you had something about what's going on. You got some opinions. I want to hear them.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about
Okay.
tell us about your channel real quick and what you ride.
So I am at the base of the food chain here. I'm on a '98 Honda Shadow just because I'm broke all the time. But I've been turning a wrench since I was a youngin. So I have a plan to build a new Dyna soon.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys.
The last spike I did up was a Shadow.
I love them. Like people a lot of the time, like a lot of cruiser guys will shit on anything that isn't Harley or anything that isn't like Indian or Victory, and like I mean they're bulletproof engines just about. They have better cooling action than any of those other bikes. So I mean this bike's like just barely younger than me, and and it's lasted this long. So I'm pretty impressed with how Honda, like, it's definitely over engineered, but I'm pretty impressed with how long it's lasted.
Hondas are bulletproof.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
They've always been solid with their drivetrains.
I tell people, they're like, oh, what's the first bike I should get? And I'm like, get a fucking Honda Shadow. And they're like, but I want a Harley. I'm like, dude, you're gonna spend like $1,500 on a great Honda Shadow versus
Like 20,000 on a bike that you probably gonna crash anyways.
I mean, mine doesn't crash, but yes.
I mean, well, no, but I mean everybody crashes at least once. Like it's gonna happen.
Hell
And,
yeah.
I already had my
Oh,
little
yeah.
scare on the. I had my scare on the drag strip.
yeah. And like it doesn't have to be bad, but like I definitely recommend not getting a dream bike to start with. That's a terrible idea. You're never gonna be comfortable on it. You're gonna be uneasy as hell.
See, I started on my Sportster, and now I've got my Heritage. So,
Hell yeah.
I still have my
My-
Sporty. I still have my Sporty too.
My first
Sporties are a great
street bike was 85 Honda V65 Sabre.
Ooh, yummy.
That's
I
just-
love that thing.
Uh-huh.
I love Hondas, man. They get a bad rep for a lot of the stuff, but I mean, I love them. I love them a lot.
I jumped
Yeah,
on Goldwing.
Yeah, I grew up on Hondas.
Gold Wings, Valkyries, solid
Okay.
boxer engines. Hell yeah.
Gold Wings run forever.
Oh yeah.
Ultra Classic, and it's like a Sportster.
So,
Jeez.
real quick, it says Ehart's mic is muted, so she might have muted herself.
Or she has not given the browser permission to use the microphone.
Ah, that one. I mean, she's done playing these live streams, so I think she's figuring it out. But so real quick too, I'm fucking no, Raymond, you saw in the drag strip. But so real quick too, before you talk about your channel, I forgot to mention this before I fucking blow my mind. Is I always release little tidbits. These are my new tank badges for my bike,
That is sick.
Those are cool.
and I had to do custom print them for me.
That's
So,
awesome.
I'm changing it up. I'm kind of, since this is my channel now, I can say it. Right now, the video I'm working on, bless you,
Is it
Thank you.
is I'm working on converting my Heritage to a CVO look. So
Nice.
Anyway, sorry, I'm a fucking asshole. Tell us about
No
your
worries.
tell us about your channel, Spliff. I'm scattered.
So I'm still trying to figure out the balance between my life and making content. And making content right now is kind of taking a backseat because I'm not the only one who lives in this house, and so like being in such close proximity, I don't get content out as much as I'd like to. But I'm in general, everything I'm filming is pretty much just about my adventures. Like as soon as I can get into like branch out into like other stuff as well, I'm gonna be doing that. But for the most part, I have motorcycles, so I make motorcycle videos.
So
Hell yeah.
with
Right on.
with your life balance, like what is the biggest that you said you're not the one that lives in the house and you guys are on lockdown right now. Something I tell people that are new. Oh, what's up, Dwayne Sapp? You hated baggers with bat wings. So I'm not converting it over to a Batwing CBO real quick before I get distracted. I'm
Thank
not,
you, Jesus.
I am not converted here. So, okay, so I'm doing like a CBO Softail style bike, kind of something that Harley could go for and build easily just with the stuff they have, and have it to where they can market it as a CBO Softail, so they actually have one back on the fucking market. Because the FXDR, I guess, was their.
I hate the FXDR so much.
But like even the CVO breakout they had back in the day, I think a CVO Heritage would be a great move for them.
Yeah, that would be really great actually.
So that's why I'm doing a lot of the stuff I'm doing to my bike. But I forgot where the fuck I was going with my life, though. I got off topic.
CVO Softail and not a Batwing bagger.
No, yeah, so no Batwing on that bike. And eventually, if I ever decide that I want a full-size touring bike, I'm going to go with that, and I'll put a Batwing on it. I mean, I'm not a fan of Street Glide Batwings. That's what I don't like. It's not the Batwing itself. It's the fact that the Street Glides and the fucking, like, the Ultras and all that shit are so oversold that it sucks, like that's the one thing I hate is it's oversold.
I have a question. What the fuck is a Batwing?
So you know what a Street Glide is?
Street Glide.
It's a motorcycle.
No, it's the fairing. That right there. It's the style of fairing. So that's a.
Oh, okay.
Like
I got you.
I get the visual.
So that's what it is. Like, I'm not going to that point yet, and honestly, I'll probably eventually put a fairing on my Heritage, but I can do it as a sportier touring model than it is like a Street Glide that's complete doo-doo.
So much buffeting.
It's not even that, man. It's about windshields. It's the biggest game about Batwing fairings is the windshield and deflectors. If you can get those things to work properly, then you have a great working thing. But I just hate the fact that you walk into a dealership looking for a new bike and they're going to take you right over the Street Glides and be like, this is a real Harley.
No, that's not what I want.
No, and that's why I went with because like I literally, when I bought my bike, I had the option between a Heritage and a Road King. And both these bikes were actually sitting over in motor clothes behind all this clothing, like hidden.
it's the redheaded stepchild.
And I went over there, dude, and I'm like, okay, I was looking at both of them, sat on both of them, but like I was way more comfortable on the Heritage in the riding position and the way it balanced that bike, that Heritage, when you sit on it. I've been able to do it where I've had friends that can, like, they sit on it and they lift their feet up, and the bike without the kickstand down will stay straight up and down.
Oof.
Holy crap.
It's an extremely well balanced bike, and that's why I always push it to people. If you're looking for a touring model, get a Heritage because you can put it miles on it, and right now you can get it for $12,000, dude. Like a 114, you can get it for 12. You can get it for $12,000 from 18.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, man, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I worked for Harley for almost a year, in the service department. So like I got to see all the fallout from everything, and I got to see like what went wrong with things. I think that the monoshock is a really good idea. I think it's really innovative, and I'm really glad Harley, like, even with all of their new stuff that they're supposed to be coming out, the modular engine platform that they want to build. I think they have a really good idea. I think that they've kind of lost how to market because everybody either hates it, or everybody loves it.
Well,
I'm really excited to see the branch out.
and
but
and that you're talking about that, and it's like that's what I've figured out, man. Is like
Harley sucks at marketing.
well, no, and that's what it is. Like I made a video about how, and for those who watch my videos religiously, like you're out of your fucking minds anyways. But like the biggest thing, if we can, is that monoshock puts my power directly to the ground with the torque of my motor.
Absolutely.
It and I
Science and stuff.
Yeah, and I made that video about how the Softail can save Harley Davidson because people my age aren't going to want to buy street glides, and if they are, it's because their buddies are like, "You need a fucking street glide,"
and then they hate their lives.
They do because they're completely like the reason the Challenger can destroy Harley is because of the way it's designed. The monoshock suspension from Fox Racing. They've done their research into it, but at the same time, they don't have the dealer support so far. And I think once they get that dealer support network like Harley has, that it'll succeed. But like my bike right now, my monoshock is super comfy. I can adjust it with my hand.
Yep.
Like how many people can say I can walk up to my shocks on my bike and just
tuning
dial it in perfectly? And yeah, so Bearded Bobber actually popped on the live stream the other day. I was in with Scouts Adventures and was talking about it, and he saw in that video I put out about the Challenger, like my honest opinions changed. You know, it's my opinion about Indian changed at that moment. It was super fucking great. But at the same time, like my bike had devalued so much that even if I wanted to trade my Heritage in on it, that I couldn't. You know, it's the problem. But if they did market the Softail way better than they do, I feel like Harley could be saved. Bless you, by the way. I feel like Harley could be saved from collapse because instead of going for, hey, we can market the Softails to the younger crowd, they're like, hey, you can easily. I mean, honestly, the Heritage is like, even I asked that to Saddle Tramp yesterday on the live stream with Scouse, and like he said he'd probably just be happy, like, you know, just looking at the bikes, if he had to get a Milwaukee one, he'd probably be happy with a Heritage Softail. You know, the simplicity behind it, the fun behind it, and it's got a ridiculous amount of torque. Like, it is fun with that 114.
What I'm noticing with everything, so science and technicals aside, because I don't always have the brain for that. What I'm noticing is that Harley's trying to do too much too quickly in too many different directions. And like everybody, Harley marketing just can't make a decision on what they want to use as their flagship. They at first it's like, check out this new monoshock design, and then like 2 days later it's JK guys, we're gonna talk about the Pan American, and then JK guys, we're gonna talk about the Street Fighter. Hey, make up your mind.
The Bronx, it's a shit name.
I mean, it's a shit town too. So,
but no, so I'm gonna single out. So Dwayne Sapp said I put a Batwing on my 05 Heritage. Now looking changing over to hard bags as well. And he said my bike. He also said my bike needs air ride shotgun shocks. I mean, honestly, the suspension. If you have not ridden one of the new Softails yet, I will say it's rides just as good as air ride. Honestly, the comfort level of it, I can go over big bumps and not feel anything.
Air ride is overrated. I'm gonna say it right now. Air ride is overrated. You're paying way too much for not that big an impact.
No. I think air ride is overrated on bikes that are 17 and newer. I think anything before that, air ride is essential. Like,
sure.
Other ones.
And I'll tell you from experience that, like, going from like riding Dakota's Softail, which is late '90s, versus the same model year for my Road King, there's a night and day difference. The suspension system on his Softail is so much stiffer. It's almost like riding a rigid.
Oh,
I mean, you get a little give, but like it's not. It is stiff.
Probably still gonna be piss and blood later.
Yeah,
No,
it's not a long distance bike by any stretch. And that's
No.
kind of like what gets to me is the fact that like even
what's up,
with
Tampa
the
Boys Customs?
with the shocks that you have in place, that air ride makes a night and day difference.
No, and I think that people are like, because that was the thing to do, is always put air ride on the bike, air ride on the bike, and the new suspension on at least the Softail, I mean, the touring models, they changed the rear suspension a little bit. Instead of having the two shocks, they now have a shock and a damper, which honestly I think doesn't make much of a fucking difference anyways. But they keep sticking with the same shit over and over and over. And that if they put a monoshock on a new bike, I feel like they'd be able to sell that a lot better. But you're gonna have all the people that are pissed off because of traditional Harley.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you,
I'm sorry.
I agree with you 100%. Their marketing is horrible.
Awful. And I'm sorry, go ahead. I got really triggered for a second. I'm being a stupid millennial here for a second.
Go for it.
I'm not even get started on how Harley decided to market their brand new line of Softails to 5 different freaking people, and 3 of them are millionaires. And like all like the three millionaires are like, meh, it's a Harley. And then like the 2 people that were like that did like Harley stuff for a living were like, yeah, this is cool. And it's like, you don't get to keep them. And then everybody went up in arms. It's like, JK, they got to keep them. It's like,
not to interrupt, but didn't one of them rich assholes fucking paint that shit flat black?
Jason fucking Momoa, that piece of trash human being. Yes.
Painted
Jesus fucking Christ!
What? Painted one of the bikes black?
He painted
the bike.
He took a beautiful crimson Softail. It was like, I don't know if it was a Heritage. I can't remember if it was a Heritage or like a Street Bob or something. It was just this beautiful red, blacked out red. It's just gorgeous.
And walked up with a can of fucking spray paint and
painted
spray
it black.
painted that shit.
Like how shitty of a human being do you have to be to go like, I don't like your gift. It's better this way.
Oh, it's a Softail Slim, dude. He can do that all day.
It's the attitude. Like, sure, I get it.
It
Like,
was a really nice bike.
Yeah,
it was free.
But think about what he did.
Like a 52 panhead, and you going ahead and like just chopping the frame and taking it away from stock.
No, but at the same time, you got to look at what Harley's all about. Is always customizing the bike the way you like it. So it might trigger all of us, but he did what they did back in the day to paint their bikes. It wasn't like taking in a professional paint job done. It was, I'm going to use what I got.
And that's quality like Krylon.
It's just the idea of just like immediately like dude, have a grace period. Like be thankful for what you have first. Like, show your appreciation instead of just like straight out of the gate like, nah, this has got to change.
Yeah, but
like
throw this out there. How many people do you see coming out of dealerships before they even ride the bike out will have pretty much everything changed down on it? I want a stage 1. I want, stretch bags. I want this. I want that. It's just people with the money will go ahead and get that done off the rip. So your, $25,000 base bike is now $40,000, and it hasn't even gotten 2 miles.
Right, but you're paying for it. It's not a gift. You're paying for it.
Okay, that's true.
So here we go. We had a conversation started here from Dirty D's. So D says, to the millennials in the house, question for you: what's more important to you guys, experience or possession? Experiences and possessions. If it's experience, how does the Harley-Davidson, how does a HD make the motorcycle experience worth getting into? And
ooh, that is a great question.
So I think for me, it's it's not just the bike; it's the heritage behind it, and what it was originally, what it started as, what their vision for it was. And I think that going for a ride is special on something that's an American-made bike that's been around. And if you go take that long ride, you're like, that's part of the experience, is being like, I did this on a Harley. And yeah, sport bikes are cool and fun and fast, but at the same time, like, they're not made to be ridden for hours on end. It's not the intended purpose of it.
Mine's actually really comfortable, to be honest.
Sport tourings.
Well, no, but it is. But like that's what I'm saying though. Is like nowadays kids aren't buying sport bikes to go on long rides though. They're like, I want to go the fastest.
That is true.
And I think that riding a Harley Davidson really gives you the perspective of, like I it's not about the time or the speed. It's about the ride.
Man, you guys are dicks.
I think personally for me, I think the platform doesn't matter. I think it's the experience you have. So I think every bike is suited for every occasion, as it were. So you got touring bikes for touring. You've got track bikes for track days. You got Harleys for whatever the hell you want your Harley for. I mean, it's a modular platform.
But like from a personal standpoint, Spiff, like if you were for like thinking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is you said you want to build a dyno, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Why?
That's a really good. That's a long answer.
We got time, man.
All right. So one of the things that I love about dynos specifically is the frame. It's a really modular frame. I can build it to be whatever the hell I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the idea of taking lowrider trim package and putting it on a Super Glide. And whatever purist out there is going to have some kind of conniption about it, but I really love the lowrider look, but I really like the Super Glide rake angle.
Yeah.
I like the maneuverability of it. I have a few issues. I mean, I have issues with every bike platform. It's just about what you're willing to do to mitigate those issues, or how much time and money you're willing to spend on that.
Well, but think about everything you just said, right?
Sure.
Can you do that really with any other motorcycle on the market?
Absolutely.
Like in a sense of every aspect of it, like that, where you can swap one. I mean, I know you can change fairings and all that shit and plastics on sport bikes. I know you can do that stuff, but like the customability of it, I don't think is really matched by any other bike on the market.
I mean, that's fair.
And that's why I feel like that's another thing is like there's never any Harleys that are the same. You can see two Kawasaki Ninjas that have the same graphics.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
I'm saying you can see two Kawasaki Ninjas that people picked up from the store.
And they look virtually identical.
And they can on general look at it, they can look exactly the same.
That's fair.
And you look at every Harley, like Scouts talked about that too. Is like you look at Sportsters, right? What's up, Outback Outlaw? But like you look at Sportsters, right? There is never one that's exactly the same as another, even from the shop.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
The aftermarket.
There's so many different combinations that you can do. Between OEM and then aftermarket, and there's Patrick, correct me if I'm wrong, because with the metric aspect, you can find so many different parts for Harleys. I mean, it's really like, it's dealer's choice. You can do whatever you want with it. It's like I could tell you with like my bike, I ride a 97 Road King FLHRI, right?
Ooh.
It's a classic. I like it. I'm 6'6", so it's big enough for me. I don't feel cramped on it. And I really didn't have to do much to get it to be that way.
How do you guys remember what all that fucking alphabet shit is at the end of the HD?
So FL means that it's a touring
Virtually
model.
unsolvable, my friend.
FL means that it has floorboards.
Yeah. In general terms, FL means that it's floorboards, but FL is also going to mean that it's a touring model in general model. So like mine's an FLHCS. It's a Heritage Softail, but it's a FLHCS.
So the FLH is FLHR is the Road King, and then the I is it's fuel injected.
Yeah. Then you have.
Oh, okay.
And then like for mine H is Heritage. And then
the voodoo is starting to make sense.
Yeah, that's special. So like an XL,
the madness.
Yeah,
XL Sportster, FXD is Dyna, FXR is FXR.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Like XLs are Sportsters, FXRs are FXRs. It's every one of them has a designation for it, so that you can uniquely find parts for your bike.
Except
like-
FXDR.
Yeah, except FXDR, because fuck that bike. But no, I mean, like for mine, the FLHCS, right? There's certain parts for my Heritage Special that aren't available for the Heritage. So that's why you have to be oddly specific. Yeah, there is though, man, because I found that out the dumb way. Is they ordered a part for my bike, and I was like, oh, I got an FLH, and they're like, okay, and they ordered a fucking part, and it came in chrome. So when you have to order
I
parts
hate Chrome so much.
well, when you have to order parts
Thank
for the
you.
Heritage Special, you have to order it for the FLHCS.
Yep.
So it's a FL, so touring model. H is in Heritage Classic. C, S is for Special.
Let's not even talk about the deluxe.
Yeah, I like the deluxe, dude. They got this
I-
fucking.
I love the deluxe. I really hate the mod support for it.
It's but everything on the Heritage and the Slim fits on it.
That's
It's just a fucking Heritage without the saddlebags and windshield, honestly.
pretty much. I guess if you boil it down to it, yeah.
And real quick, we're gonna look at the side chat. We got Tampa Boys Customs in here, Jiggy Fly, Dirty D's, the CEO of Harley, Mr. McStash, Raymond H, mentioned the Bearded Bobber, Dwayne Sapp. Excuse me. Going back up, Dark Pfizer, Harley Roadshow, Outback Outlaw in here, Khalil Al Janai. I fucking suck.
Janahi.
If I fucking butchered that, I do apologize. Actually, he said,
Assalamu alaikum.
going back to you, fucker. He said, I had air ride on my previous Softail Heritage with new Heritage. I would not change the suspension on it. The new monoshock rear is amazing. Daily amazing. I'm glad they upgraded the new Softail. So yeah, I mean, people like it, but they, like you said, they didn't fucking market it at all to
No.
where it should be. And that's why you go back to that millennial question. It's like honestly speaking, like the Heritage Softail or any of the Softail lineup except the FXDR can be customized to every fucking aspect you can think of. Everything you can change on it is there on the market, and every brand has it. Like you type in Yankee Texan. What's up, bitches? I'm your
What's
bitches.
up?
I
no,
can't stand the FXDR. Can we just pretend that never existed?
No, I think the FXDR, what it is, I think what they designed it for was super smart. A way to kind of replace the V-Rod because of that style.
I don't like the
problem is-
V-Rod either.
I love the V-Rod. I think it was ahead of its time, and I think that's why people don't like it, but
It's
Yeah.
the crotch rocket of Harleys.
it is.
I can't even say that.
It is, dude. Do you ever
It's
ridden
a
one of those
muscle
on a
bike.
It is. It's a muscle bike, and that's kind of what they went with the FXDR. And honestly, the FXDR is great in a straight line, dude. It is fun and fast in a straight line. But once you want to fucking turn, good luck.
Yeah. No, I that's the thing that bugs me is being able to take those corners. Not necessarily like needing to take corners at 90 miles an hour, but
Yeah, but the rake on it is so bad on it. Like the way they raked it and they lowered it, the clearance is gone. I mean, it's a fast bike, but not. And Yankee Texan
It's got a long
So
wheel,
just picked up-
doesn't it?
said it does. It's like 6 feet. He said just picked up my 2019 Heritage 114, phenomenal, except for the short shield. Already changed it. Yeah, everyone changes the Heritage windshield.
It seems like all them guys, if they get it with a tall windshield, they put a short windshield on it. If they get it with a short windshield, they put a tall windshield on it. What the fuck,
found out,
man?
I'll be right back, gents.
all right, man. I found out my 19-inch windshield is perfect, man. Honestly, 19-inch tinted windshield with a flare on it, perfect. Adventures of the Bearded Bobber said, I rode the FXDR and loved the fuck out of it because I can say fuck on YouTube.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But you know, it is. It's a great bike, but the problem is it still has such a long wheelbase that it rides more like a chopper than it does a touring bike or like something like the Dynas or even any other Softail. And I don't really like that chopper feel of being like, you know, super stretched out over the tank. It's a hard thing to sit there and really. I don't know. I just don't like that feel. I don't really like choppers. It's
You
a
don't
Harley
like anything.
No, fuck it. I'm an anti-Harley hero. Mr. McStash says, Oh, you could have just said that in the fucking. I can hear you. Like it clicked in my head after a second. I'm like, wait, that motherfucker's in here. It's a Harley.
That is the one thing about Harley. If you want something, anything, except for the fender badging I had, if I wanted anything for my bike, I went out and I could find somebody that made it. Now, when I had my Gold Wing and I wanted to put the Basanis on the back end of it, I had to create my own crap to make that happen. It's just not there. It's not available.
Well, and that's going back to, this is a question for the side chat too, is, what is the one aspect of the Harley, like, if you own a Harley, all right, what aspect of the aftermarket do you like? What is your favorite aspect of the aftermarket that you're a fan of? And what's parts of it you don't like? It'll hide my comment. I wrote a new hold on, this guy's trying to dodge shit right here. Adventure of the Bearded Bobbers. It'll hide my comment. I wrote a new fat boy before it, and it didn't want to lean for me, and that back started dipped right into the turn. I used to have a lower bike though, I'm used to having a lower bike. Anyways, yeah, it's still, I don't know. They if you throw them, they're fun, but I think for the price they want, it's kind of. But also, anyways, back to that question. Like, what aspects do you guys like about the aftermarket? What don't you like?
I like the fact that, like, for aftermarket wise, like, there's so much available and that's out there that, like, you can pretty much rebuild your entire bike. There's so much out there that you can find one way or another. That sorry, there's like a whole band of dogs walking by.
Band of dogs. Real quick, then, before I'm gonna say it real quick so I can specify this more for the chat too. He says, "Hey, D says, hey, Mick, what do you mean about the aftermarket?" So to be more clear about my statement and my question, I'm guessing you understood it, Norseman. Mm-hmm. But what I mean by this is Harley has such a large aftermarket there's so many different brands. What are the things that are good about the aftermarket of the Harleys, and what are the things that are bad about having such a large aftermarket on the Harley parts? So, back to you, Norseman. You're saying that you could rebuild your bike.
I mean, my whole thing is that, like, with the aftermarket, like, okay, we all know that Harley-Davidson has their pricing is insane, right?
Laughable.
Because I mean, if you're looking at like a Daymaker, right? We were talking about
$800.
Yeah, you're looking at astronomical prices where you can actually buy an aftermarket one, and there's like 500 different flavors of the same design for under $100.
Shameless plug. Go check out Rogue Riders Industries for their Daymaker headlight.
And there's the advertisement.
Shameless plug. Go check out Rogue Rider Industries. They got a badass thing there.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Yar.
Hello.
My internet's working now.
Hooray!
There's a female
Hooray.
here. Act human.
Oh, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Well, fuck it. Back to you, Norseman.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm cool with it.
So that's kind of like what I like about it, is the fact that, like, I'm not locked into like having to buy specifically from Harley to get my bike the way I want it.
Yeah.
And right now, with like, you want to talk about like finding like hard to find parts even in the aftermarket. Okay, I got a 97. My bike is like, it's difficult to find parts for it because the fitment is always, if it's 2006 and up.
S&S, mate.
Yeah. So you end up in situations where it's like, there's a lot of companies out there like Bad Dad. They make a lot of like aftermarket stuff for baggers. I ended up getting stretch bags on mine. I did a French rear end. All these things that I'm able to do on an older bike, I can still do. As opposed to, kind of being locked into the box of like Harley saying, okay, these are the only parts that we have for this particular model. And if you got anything older than a 2010, sorry, you're out of luck.
I defy you to find any aftermarket parts for the Virago. I defy you.
You ever been on eBay?
Yeah, dude.
So Dirty D says, all right, so the good, there's a lot out there. The bad, there's a lot of bad quality stuff, knockoffs out there. So if anyone else wants to build off that, go for it. I mean, that's a good comment because there's a lot of
agree because let me tell you something. One thing I found in like building bikes is a couple things. One, reputation of quality, because I've seen parts that have been inexpensive and had really good quality. I've also seen parts that were cheaply made, and you look at it and go, the design could have been a lot better, but then you kind of like always argue back and forth on the price point, right? Because I can tell you this, it's like I've bought parts for bikes that I've spent not crazy amount, but like somewhere I'd say would be a good median for what I was looking for. And then when you get it, you look at it and go, okay, I can't work with this, or I can't work with this, or I have to modify this to fit. Well, because like in custom bike building, I could tell you this: universal fit means it fits everything but what you got. That is hands down the absolute truth, because
that is the truth.
Well, and to us, as someone like you built bikes, right? And I think that's something to that aspect of is if you order a part for a bike to build it for someone and it's a shit quality, like that bad reputation comes back on you, saying like, oh, they get shit parts.
Like I think with anything else, so when I've been doing this for quite some time, right? So you kind of get an understanding of like what you're getting, right? Like I think anybody that's owned a V-twin has heard of Midwest, right? Midwest has a lot.
On my Minecraft, I got a ninja when you start off on Minecraft. You get a grappling hook, and you can fly. You can go around the whole map.
Cool.
You always end up in a situation where you know what you can get away with and what you can't.
Yeah.
And that's one of the big things. Oh, some kids doing a wheelie down the street here.
On that note, I actually gotta head off. I have to go be an adult for 20 minutes. Feel free to put somebody else in here.
All right, Spitman, the view. When you come back, if it's open, feel free to jump in.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping by. And if we see you again,
yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Always feel free, man, to stop by, because I'm gonna start doing this every Thursday. I'm gonna start getting people on here that are. So, all right, man.
The panel.
Yeah.
Bye, Steph.
Panel.
Bye.
So going over to you guys that ride sport bikes, how is the aftermarket for y'all over there?
I personally haven't had any issues, but I also don't buy like bottom of the barrel. I'm not going to pick up a $12 clutch lever and expect anything of it. That's all I can really say on that. So like actually the clutch lever I use, it was like $130. I knew it was going to be a decent quality, and if I had any issues, I had confidence that they would provide good customer service. That's what I was going to say earlier when he was saying like, you end up getting shitty parts from a company. It leaves a bad taste in their mouth, whatnot. But I don't hold that against the company if their customer service treats it the right way and fixes the problem without any issues.
That's fair.
Now, don't get me wrong. If I order 10 things and 10 for 10 was shit, yeah, then I'm going to start going, fuck these people, because I'm going to go somewhere else where I'm probably not going to have a problem.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. My thought is like especially with like, parts that are either casted or like billet, there's a big difference between like, getting a casted part that has been machined versus a part that's actually been CNC'd. The quality is obviously.
Hey, I'm back.
Yeah. I mean, you got two different processes that are creating this part. And the casting is always going to be cheaper. You know?
And Patrick, you ride a sport bike. So what is your experience with the aftermarket on I mean, I don't know how long you've been riding sport bikes, but from the time you started riding them to now, I mean, what's your opinion about the aftermarket there?
It's way too fucking expensive. I mean, it's great. There's all kinds of stuff available, but I mean, Christ's sake.
Oh, I get that. I was like $130 for a clutch lever, and that's fucking like
insane.
Fuck. But
Yeah,
I know
hell
I'm
yeah.
not gonna have a problem. And if you guys pulled my lever, you'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm in love." So it was worth it.
Well, my bike's got a hydraulic clutch, so it's butter.
I can't fucking stand hydraulic.
Yeah, mine's like butter too. Like, but it's not a hydraulic. It's with a cable. It's a RSC. It's a stunt clutch lever. They just use leverage and like put a hole in a different spot, and it makes the pull so fucking easy.
Shut up, Mick. You hate everything.
I absolutely hate hydraulic clutch. I've ridden bikes with a hydraulic clutch, and it just does not feel natural. In my mind, it doesn't like. I like being able to feel exactly where every gear is and where it's starting and where it's ending.
Mine Ninja, the clutch is fucking great. I have no complaints.
Well, no, but like on Harleys, for me specifically, is that feel like I hate not feeling that grab point like as clearly as you would with a clutch. Actually, having a wall.
See, I disagree.
Well, I guess it's different for the torque on it because
whoa, you're like a motherfucker.
One second. I think that's harder.
I got what?
I can.
I think she's got the YouTube on as well as Steam.
No, I don't.
Oh, it's just, what the heck is going on? StreamYard just went full retard.
Probably, yeah.
Anyways, yeah. But yeah, no, like for me, like I really don't like. Oh, it's a Harley Roadshow. Cheers, son. Oh, okay, cool. No, man, like honestly, I absolutely hate like the feel of a hydraulic clutch on a Harley because the torque that bike has. Because like sport bikes are known for horsepower, Harleys are known for torque. Like cruisers are known for torque. It's just the way the motors are designed, and we're not counting fucking Buells because those are just the oddball for the V-twin. But you know, I don't on a Harley. You like to feel that torque because on a sport bike, if you smash the throttle, you're gonna have that. Even if you smash the throttle, you can lift the front of the bike up, but you're gonna have that power and control behind it. If you hit the throttle on a Harley, that torque is gonna throw you back. And that's why I just don't like hydraulic clutches because they're smooth. They're smooth as hell. I'll give them that. They're super smooth. But like when I'm drag racing, I can feel the moment that every gear grabs, every time that tooth connects.
And that's the thing is you want to feel all that engagement. You want to feel all that when it first starts to grab. That's personal preference. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to be if you're sitting in traffic. Trust me, when you've got 30% less on the hydraulic clutch, you're going to be enjoying life. Not like my ass who's got a direct cable and a scroll cage that's got so much tension on it that like by the time I make it down 59, I got Popeye forearms.
Yeah,
then just go get an RSC clutch, and then it'll feel more like butter, like the hydraulic, but you'll still get the cable feedback and everything else from it being a cable.
That's why I have the wide swing on my clutch, my levers. I have the swing that can pull them in smoothly. Bless you, whoever that was.
They do make an easy.
You're welcome. That was my wife.
Clutch kit, right? That you just literally put on, and it'll cut the
I tried one of those. It's like I think it was like Moose or something like that. Moose something. It was some kind of an easy pull kit. The RSC is way better than that easy pull kit, like times 100. Yeah, fuck yeah.
See, and
all right, we may have to talk.
I know this is gonna sound ridiculous and crazy, but I mean, if Smith was here, he could tell you too. Is like my Heritage right now, the way it sits with its tune on there. I'm sitting on the dyno. It was 100 horsepower and 108 to 10 foot-pounds of torque. All right, and that's just on a stage one on a Harley, which is highly unheard of for anything prior to my bike. but like the amount of like, having 108 plus foot-pounds of torque on there, like that bike puts that power down immediately, and that mono shock comes into play because it absorbs a lot of it. But
It's all transferring energy.
it is, and that linear transfer of energy is comfortable. But if I had a hydraulic clutch on that bike, man, like it would be hard to be able to find out where every tooth grabs, because that's what I like doing with it. I like feeling every aspect of it. And yeah, hydraulic clutches are nice, but you know what? Call me old school or old, whatever people want to call me. I like the feel of a cable on there. And plus, if I need to change mine with a new Harley design, it's literally a turn of a piece of plastic, pop it off, and the little arm pops out, and I can put a longer clutch cable on in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, dude, the adjustment on that, like I adjusted my clutch, and it literally is a little thing in there, a little metal turn, and you just turn it by fingers, and I could tighten it or loosen it as much as I wanted. It was insane.
Yeah, you're still gonna have to follow the general principles of not where you feel like you want it, but like more.
Oh no, I did. It's right where it was perfect. I wanted
to start burning out clutch plates.
Oh, and I wanted to be super tight, and I wanted to be immediate, just finger tap on it. But I adjust it to where it's half. I start feeling about a quarter pull, so I'm not gonna burn out my clutch. Here's a question for y'all. Here we go. And this is for, I guess, for everyone too. Here's a question for y'all. Do you feel fatter tires increase handling or decrease it?
Decrease.
I think it depends on the build.
Nope.
Do you mean just the back or front and back?
That is a good question too. Do you mean front and back, or just front, or just the back?
It seems the skinnier tires, you have to work harder to get the bike to respond in the same manner.
I think it's the other way around.
No, it reverses for sport bikes and Harley or cruisers.
But I was gonna say, I don't know what tire sizes you guys are using.
I got a 150 and a 130.
So I'm gonna tell you this. Okay?
Those are pretty skinny. Actually, my rear right now is like a 180.
Yeah.
That's what's on mine. It's a 180.
Right now, Harleys are going with Harleys. I can speak for anywhere from 180 to 200 is considered your stock, right? But you're talking 200 millimeter. That's like what, 8.5 inches of rubber. The last bike that I built up, I put a 250 on the rear, and let me tell you something. The handling on it changes drastically. It is much harder to lean a Corvette tire.
And
I think it depends on the bike, really.
Yeah. That too is I was going to say. I think it depends on the bike, and I also feel like it depends on what do you mean by fatter tire. Because are you talking like 200 plus, or are you talking like 199 down? Or like 150 to 200. Because in my mind, a 150 to 200 becomes a fatter tire, and then you get the super fat tire like that's on like the new Fat Boys and the new FXDRs and breakouts.
And
now I read a story in a magazine because there was the big dispute over putting a fatter tire on the back of your sport bike kills your handling, and they actually put a 240 on the back of a CBR 1000 and took it to the track, and that guy said there was no handling issues. That bike handled just fine.
But
straight away on turns.
Well, like on a skinnier tire, when you're dropping into a turn, you're gonna drop faster.
So track days for us are straight lines, okay? Track days, they have turns. I'm not taking. I mean, I might do that. I'm gonna do that. Hey, we're doing that, dude.
Oh,
this summer we're gonna take fucking Ehart with us, and we're gonna go do a track day somewhere, or we're gonna have her take us to a track day on our Harleys and just see the fucking reactions we get.
Let's do it on mine because I'm still rocking in 80 cubic inch Evo.
That's going to be like albino showing up at the beach.
Dude, honestly, mine. I think my lean angle on that Heritage my new Heritage Softail, I think is like fucking 42 degrees. Like it's fucking nuts for a Harley. Like I've actually scraped my hard lowers before my foot pegs or my floorboards, which Those are
I
only.
do it on my 04.
Okay, so okay, here we go. Yeah, straight line. So we got this one. Well, I see stuff like the Fat Bob Sport Glide have 180s and the Heritage with a 150. The reason the Heritage has a 150 is because it is a touring model. That is the big reason it has a 150 because it's meant for going to ride the bike for hours on end. The Fat Bob and the Street Bob and not even the Street Bob because the Street Bob has the same tire mine does. So the Fat Bob and the Fat Boy and the Breakout and the FXDR all have the fat tires because A, it's an aesthetic look, and two, they are more around town motorcycles. I mean, with the new Softails, you can ride them long distances. The Breakout takes a little more modification because to get more comfy position, but it's all about the intended purpose of a bike, and Harley's trying to direct people to that. Actually, no, even the new Fat Bob has the 180. Yeah, so 180 in the Street Glide. So the 180 is not bad. I could go to a 180 on my Heritage if I wanted to. I just chose not to. I mean, and that's just for me. I don't know. The Norseman's kind of got the same style wheels I do on my bike, to where he's got that thinner tire on the back because you got the 150, don't you?
I got the 140s actually.
140s. So it comes down to the type of ride you want to have. I think that's the biggest thing is the ride you want to have on a bike is going to be determining which kind of bike you're going to get and the kind of wheels and tires you're going to have on it. The added benefit to every other bike you listed is they come with mag wheels on there. So
you can either go like my thing is like I used to run on my rigid. I used to run Avon Venoms. And the bottom was especially when I wrapped the fender around it because it was a rigid frame. You could really squat that fender right down on that tire. There was no growth to it, and it had about an inch of sidewall. But I could tell you paid for it in the ride because there's no sidewall, there's no give to it, you know. But I could lean that thing without a problem on a 8.5 inches of rubber and really kind of get into the turns. I could tell you that I am looking back, I would have probably gone old school and should have done like a 150 on it max with as much sidewall as I could. Because let me tell you, my back of my kidneys paid for it dearly.
So, real quick, Yankee Texan asked Mick, "What do you recommend for mufflers on our Heritage Classics?" Honestly, man, for bang for your buck, I'm going to tell you right now, Tab Performance. And that's not just because it's a company I work with. It's because they make quality parts. Like, I've had mine on for 2 years, and I've had no issues with them at all. They're built sturdily. You can change the end caps. If you don't like the sound of them, they have 4 different baffles that you can bolt into it. It's not like you have to go buy a brand new muffler for it. They have 4 different baffles that you can actually just take a screwdriver, take off the old baffle, put the new one in, and you can change whatever sound you want to the bike. So if you like the louder sound, zombie baffles, that's what's on my bike. There's actually a video on my channel that shows the zombie baffle in effect, and they sound mean and they're fun. If you like a quieter ride or you live in a gated community that's full of a bunch of douchebags, then you probably want to go with the other ones. But in my mind, the best thing I'm going with is the 2.2 baffle on the zombies. Okay, so the Norseman's heard my zombie baffles, and
about 3 miles before you got here.
Yeah, they're loud, but honestly, when you're on the bike and you're at cruising speed, they're not loud. But the moment you hit that throttle, like, it rumbles.
Dude,
So,
I hate riding behind you. I'm just telling you this.
The concussion behind my freaking my bike with that 114, it's nothing like any Harley's ever had, honestly. Like, it's so awesome the fact that I got the short pipes going down to the mufflers and basically a fucking straight through. Actually, it is a straight through. But that's something you're thinking about too is if you have that bike, depending on where you live, which I'm guessing Texas because you're a Texan, maybe up north though because you say Yankee, but you also have to look at if you have to worry about emissions, if you have that, because when you do put those tab mufflers on, you are taking the catalytic converter out of it because fuck that shit.
Why? That's why.
But if you want to go with other like bang for your buck, if you want to go with ones that are EPA compliant ones, and don't let your dealer tell you that you have to fucking put ones with the catalytic converter back into it because that's bullshit. Because for them, the amount of money they'd have to take to prove that it could void your warranty. No, dude, the neighbor haters are quiet compared to my bike. I will say that right now, and Norseman will probably vouch for it because he's heard Cobra neighbor haters before. Like they sound, the neighbor haters sound like fucking someone yelling in their house versus mine, which is someone blowing up a bomb. But yeah, man, like honestly, don't let them bullshit you and tell you have to have the cats in there. That's some bullshit they're going to tell you. The amount of money they'd have to take to prove that's what voided your warranty. I had the factory warranty on my motor up until the point. Oh, I mean, it's not voided yet because they haven't had to hook into it yet. But the moment I put this on there, it kind of voided shit for me because that's. But it also unlocked my motor. Honestly, it really, really woke up my motor, being able to adjust the fuel value. And if you do get the DynoJet Power Vision, and you do say fuck your warranty because whatever, Tab Performance does have maps for it. I have maps for it, so that's a great point. But also with the Harley tune on there, it still sounds really good. They're good mufflers. The bike runs good. I wanted something to where I could go in and the guys I drag race with help me adjust every aspect of my fuel and every point based on graphs and everything. And dude, my motor woke up to the point of like the Norseman was having fun with me. We were riding next to him one day and we were having fun and I fucking smashed the throttle and my bike just went wee.
Literally like just in the eardrum, just bam, 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 bam.
But yeah, I mean, they can't void your warranty off of pipes because every dealership that puts the fucking Vance and Hine mufflers on there, they put anything else on there. Don't pay for the S&S ones because the ones with the cats on there are like $700 for fucking mufflers just to have the cat back in it.
God
A lot of time, the whole warranty and void thing just depends on the dealership. If they tell you no, just go to a different dealership. Those guys are just cocksuckers.
So Raymond H said, I just meant pissing off the neighbors, which I probably pissed off a lot of no-shows neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, it is, man. Like they're probably the best sounding. The video sounds good, but you have to hear them.
Nothing like in real life.
No, in real life, dude, it's so deep and concussive that everyone's like, "Well, you need a cam to make it sound like a twin cam or an Evo." I'm like, "Fuck that shit, dude. That Milwaukee 8 sounds mean the way it is." And I don't need to add that power on there because it's already got it. I mean, it's a 600-pound bike with a fucking 2,000 cc motor.
It's like putting a 350 in a go-kart.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we can.
So real quick, just out of curiosity, is everybody in here from Michigan or?
No.
No,
okay.
I'm from the great Buckeye State. A lot better than them guys up north.
Yep.
What is the Buckeye State? I don't even know what that is.
That's Ohio.
Oh, gotcha.
Wait, hold on. We're just gonna go through.
Why Ohio State's football stadium, a giant toilet.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Did I mute the people from Ohio?
Whoops.
Oh, they're giggling and talking. I can't hear them. No, they're from Ohio.
Nice.
How deep into Ohio?
Oh, you put a 21 on the front of your Heritage, man, and a 16 in the rear. So the factory wheels on the Heritage are 16s. The 21 though, I mean, it looks good on the new Heritages. That was Khalil. I'm just gonna call him Khalil. Okay, I don't want to sound bad, but Khalil said he put the 21 up front on his bike. That sounds good. I mean, I'm guessing it looks good, man. I drag race, so I can't have any big wheels on the front of my bike. I have to.
You got to change your coefficient of friction.
So real quick, Raymond says, when the pipes are so loud, they distort your mic. That is incorrect because every video that I make with my new helmet on, they sound, you can't tell. Like, you can hear it, but really behind me, it's just concussive. It's hilarious. And then oh no, go for it, man. I just popped up the next question.
I have Thunder headers on one and D&Ds on the other.
Ooh,
I open open face mic or open face. Yeah, I have an open face when I do my moto vlogs. I don't have any problem with the exhaust at all.
No, and that also comes down to the kind of bike you're riding, because you're going to be more likely to get wind noise than you are any noise
Well,
from
a
your.
lot of these mics these days and/or recording devices do have certain degrees of noise canceling, and that helps out a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Hero 7 does a great job with the Purple Panda mic to
I'm
cancel
pissed
out.
I lost my Hero 7. I just lost
honestly,
3 fucking GoPros. I'm fucking real fucking sour about it.
So Khalil
they
asked,
make
"What?"
little metal bands that you can tie them down with.
Oh, dude,
Well, no, I didn't lose them riding. I lost them when I moved. I had them before I moved, and
okay.
now I can't find them. So
mine's just on my forehead.
Just stick to the story that you lost them riding.
Yeah.
no, that would make for a better story.
So Khalil asked, "What's everyone's feedback? Avon Cobras versus Metzler ME 888s." I'm gonna go
Metzler's all day.
I'm gonna go on the opposite side of that and say fuck both those tires and get Shinkos.
I think Shinkos are too soft for the street.
If you get the Shinko Tourmaster, they aren't though. That's the nice. Well,
Yeah.
Well, the problem is the tires for yours are super soft, the Shinkos.
Yeah.
And that's because you have a sport bike, so they need to be soft. Like the Shinkos, I think people
They're-
get like 8 to 10.
They're great. They're great track tires, but I just think they're too soft for an everyday street. They just get burnt the fuck up.
Yeah, we don't need to change the headers. No cats in them. Nope, there is no cats in our headers.
I'm gonna tell you from my personal experience, I will never, ever, ever, ever buy Metzlers again.
I won't run anything but a Metzler.
I'm gonna tell you this: I've had the last 2 sets of Metzlers before I went to the White Walls here. On a whim, I was changing out the rear, and when I pulled the fender off, literally chunks of my tread were gone on 2 sets.
Yeah, and
I don't ride hard. I don't ride crazy. But I'm going to tell you what I saw under there. I am lucky that I didn't have a blowout on the E-Way.
And
that's probably the problem. Is you should have been riding hard and crazy, and they would have been just fine.
You know, that may be a true statement. Like looking back at like having 2 separate sets, I just thought that's out like one bad one. So I ordered a second one, and then when I went to change out, whenever you did the rear end on mine, I changed it out, and there was just chunks missing.
And to be like with the Shinkos, just to make sure I had that right. Shinko tires are made by Yokohama, which is a like very high-end motorcycle or like car tire brand.
Mm-hmm.
My tire popped mid-ride last week. Wind Reaper popped his tire last week. But
that's shady.
But shit. But no, man, like they're made by Yokohama, which are a very good, well-known brand. So that's why I stick with Shinko, and the price on them is way better than both of those tires that you listed. Like I picked up a set, both tires for my bike. I picked them up for $140. Like Shinko Tourmaster tires for my bike, I picked up for $140, which is
I'm paying more than that.
And most people pay more than that for one tire.
And then I only get about 3,500 miles to a rear.
You also like to do fun stuff with your sport bike, though.
Yeah.
So I mean, but
when I first got my bike, I went through 3 tires in one summer. Because everywhere you go, it's do a wheelie, do a burnout, and I mean when you got all that shitload of fucking badassness under you, hell yeah, I'll do a burnout for you. And after you buy that third tire, when you buy that third tire, it's like fuck that shit.
Aside from the tire, the amount of fucking rubber that it spits out all over your bike is a fucking bitch to clean.
Yes, it is. That sucks.
I avoid it just for that reason alone.
No,
and I got a bunch of polish on my bike, so I don't want that shit caked all over my swing arm, man. I like my shit to be pretty.
Right.
And that's why for me, like Shinko's, like the guys that drag race with, I recommend them. They take long trips on it and then they drag race with them. They are great bike. You can get the Shinko 777s. I bought the 230 Tourmasters just because it's a little bit heavier or thicker tread or tougher tread. He's from
stiffer
Dubai.
Compound.
Yeah, stiffer compound. That's what I was looking for. Khalil says he's from Dubai. Well, hello from Dubai to our little garages and little office spaces because y'all get to ride stuff year round. You're lucky.
The Mick is nationwide now.
I'm international.
You are, man. You're international.
No, man, but like I honestly will recommend Shinko's above everything. I got the blowout on 360 camera. Dude, that's gonna be a dope video.
I think honestly, if you ask 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different recommendations. It's always going to come down to what you felt would work for you.
And for me, since you're running the same bike I am, I would say definitely go to get the Shinkos. I mean, for the sport bikes, it might be different, but from our side of it, I just haven't any good reviews or things I found on those tires.
Yeah, I've never ridden on a Shinko.
You'd like them.
Me neither.
On sport bikes, people like them too. But they're not expensive. That's what makes them nice. Is you can roast the fuck out of it, pay another $130 for a rear tire, because I was looking at the ones for the Fat Boy, and the Shinko 2 Masters for that, which is like a 200 wide, is like $140. But yeah, like I said, every person has their favorite tires. Really, I would just look at works best where you're at, because you have a lot different aspect than we do when we're riding on our roads, because you have all the heat over there. So you might want that stronger compounded tire because of the immense heat you have. But definitely get rid of the Dunlop D4Os because those suck. Dunlop tires are trash.
Let me apologize.
Oh, just fucking eat away, dude. If you have food, eat on the live stream. It's perfect.
Oh my god, these fucking ribs are banging.
I'm fucking coming down there right now.
Those are like completely anti-beard foods.
Hey, you know what? It's worth it.
So worth it.
Save some for later.
If you got a beard, and I can tell you from experience, if you're eating ribs, it's usually something done in private.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Well, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. With my experience with tires, I definitely stick to ones that get recommended to me by people. Like, especially with me drag racing and stuff, I wanted that in between. So it's a little bit softer, but also not like super soft like the 777 is. The 777 is a super soft tire that sticks like glue. And the one I have sticks like glue, but
Mr. Mick, I want to thank you, but I got to step out of here, man.
All right, man. Don't be a stranger, man. I do this every Thursday, so I'm getting people up here all the time.
All right, we'll be back. Thank y'all for letting me be on the board. Thank y'all, side chat.
Bye.
Yeah, man. Have a good night, man.
Have a good one.
Yeah, so I mean, the Shinko tires, I know for your rear for the 150, it's going to cost you $90 all day. The 21 up front, I'm not 100% sure, but hey,
What the
tell
fuck?
the Norse woman to get back over here.
Go say hi. No.
Beat it, dog.
So, I know for me up here, this is another topic I got about, is for me up here where I'm at, and I know Ehart and Norseman are in the same boat I am. I was Spiff McFluff. I'll be back in a little bit. I got elected to cook dinner. Get unelected. And Joneses, if you want to hop in here, man, feel free to. Like, I'll put the link in there. But like for our riding experience up here, it's the roads are shit in certain areas.
What do you mean in certain areas?
Over by Waterford, the roads are actually pretty nice. They're comfy ride.
Let me tell you, there's like very, very few places that like Michigan is known for its potholes. Okay.
Right.
Quick side story, right? Driving to work one day, and we had to kind of veer off the expressway because they ended up closing it out. Somebody actually was kind enough to put a toilet into a pothole so that you wouldn't hit it. There was an actual full-size toilet in there.
Wow.
It's sad but true.
And this is
For The most known Michigan video is that kid that was like standing next to the pothole. It was full of water, and he jumped in and went all the way up into his head in water, and then came back out of it, and
God damn.
Yeah.
But no, once we head north, like once you get on I-75 and get north, the roads up to Mackinac are just fucking gorgeous.
They are. The UP has some of the best riding I could possibly ever
If I'm gonna go drive or ride 5 hours in one direction, I'm going south because those roads are 10 times better.
Have you ridden up to
That's just
Mackinac?
a fact.
Hey, no, I'm gonna drag your happy ass over the Mackinac Bridge, both of you, Norseman.
No, I will not ride on that bridge.
Yes, the fuck you will.
I can barely even handle being in a car on that bridge, and I can't be the driver because I get not okay.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the best advice on that. Okay.
You only die once.
Inside concreted side, you'll be fine.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you just falcon punch the side.
I get weird with heights, and like I start to get physically dizzy. Like I get completely
You get
I'm
vertigo.
trying to yes. And then I become afraid that I'm going to be the reason that because I'm the one that's like the ground for me isn't still, if that makes sense.
Raymond H says, my wife says Mackinac Island is beautiful. It is gorgeous.
Well, Mackinac Island's beautiful, but we're talking about the bridge.
I'm definitely wanting to take. I'm riding up there. I'm gonna drag the Norseman along with me, going up over the Mackinac Bridge and hang out up there for.
Trust me, you don't have to drag.
But
I don't know. When I went up there, and I didn't go across the bridge though, but on the lower half, there's no good riding. I know there's a few better roads on the other side of the bridge, but to be honest, for what you can get for the same drive south was more worth it.
Well, you got to go over by Traverse City. That's where the beautiful roads are.
Well, hold on.
I did that one year.
Let me throw this out there, okay?
They're okay.
Some of the best roads that I have ever seen. Actually, like, if you guys, for those of you that are Michiganders or that actually want to come up, if you go up to Whitefish Point and basically go all the way across up into Copper Harbor and into the Porky Mountains.
Oh yeah,
there is 1,800 miles of just absolute gorgeousness.
It is. It's like riding through. Honestly, I could compare it. It's like mixing between riding along the ocean on Route 1 in California and riding through the hills or the mountains down the Smoky Mountains down in Tennessee. It's like a combination of the two.
Nice.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I recommend that.
That's hey.
And I'd prefer to go down to West Virginia.
Hey, Norseman, that's what we should do. I get a week paid vacation here coming up. Instead of going to Sturgis, we can just go up there and spend a fucking.
That works for me, man.
I'm fucking do that shit, man, because that'd be fun as shit just to go explore up there and see the cool shit and go to Mackinac Island and. Because honestly, I've been on that teetering edge of going if I want to go to Sturgis or not, and I honestly, by the money I'm going to spend doing that, I could have a way better time going up to the UP.
Yeah, it's pretty up there.
But yeah, Dunlops are trash. Those are actually dangerous doo-doo garbage.
Well, from a sport biker, I heard the same thing, and a lot of guys I know that rode sport bikes that had Dunlops, they're great when they're brand new, but they go downhill quick.
Also, too, for the side chat, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to ask. Wind Reaper, where are you going to the AIM Expo at? 1 and 2.
AIM Expo's in Columbus, Ohio.
I thought there was more than one, or is it just that? It's just Columbus.
Not for the AIM Expo, no. There's just one.
All right. Well, I'm going down to the AIM Expo too. I want to, if it's still going on.
I'll be there. I have.
I know the fuck you'll be there.
Deals with their marketing department.
Hook me up with the deals, bro.
Thank you.
Let me be like that guy who walked out of the press pass with 10 subscribers. I want to do it. No, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff I want to do outside because to me, Sturgis is something I eventually want to do. But at the same time, I hate the idea of just the amount of clusterfuck that's out there. Honestly, it's just kind of
it's overrated.
Well, it's kind of a lot like the WEBN fireworks in Cincinnati.
Yep.
Years ago, it was great. You could go down there and have a blast. Cops didn't bother you. You could do whatever you want. Nobody cared. Now you can't take a bottle of water down there. You know, it's
these events get so big.
Yep.
And then once they get big, they get commercialized. Sturgis is exactly like that. I mean, Dakota's been going there for what, 40 years, like straight. And from when it was like even 15, 20 years ago to what it is now, he's been staying at the same place. The rates have tripled just for that week alone.
No, that's how some of even these smaller motorcycle meetups are starting to be, like SCMM or the Florida meetup, like those things. They're starting to get a little bit more commercialized.
Oh yeah.
See right here, so I'm gonna let Ehart talk about this more because I don't know about it as much. The Raymond HS is that another one of the dealer expos for AIM Expo?
Yes, it is a dealer expo. It goes on for 4 days. The first 2 are for dealers only, and then on the last 2 they open it up to the public. You can buy products there. You can actually negotiate prices there. Just don't think what the price tag says is what you got to pay. You can test ride all the new models. It's a good time, and then you get to hang out with some cool motor vloggers. So.
Chubb said, "Nah, they're not all cool. I know one specifically that's not cool at all." Anyways, just Google Mackinac
Why
Bridge.
you talk about me like that? No, I'm just kidding.
just slip one in real quick.
It's like I hear you.
Chubb's Googled Mackinac Bridge. It looks beautiful. It is gorgeous. That going over that, dude, it's 485-foot drop on the grates. Experience of a lifetime.
Here, I'm gonna tell you, if you think that's beautiful, look up Tunnel of Trees.
If you think that's beautiful, look up Pornhub.
Tunnel of Trees is
Look up 60 in West Virginia. It's loaded full of waterfalls everywhere you go.
Have you heard of Tequamanon Falls? Hey, Tequamanon Falls? Yeah. Pictured rocks.
The UP actually has like what, 318 of them? Yeah,
honestly, I haven't spent much time in the UP, to be honest.
Oh, we have to get your bike across the bridge somehow.
Yes,
and
basically.
So one of us has to ride our happy ass across. Come back, grab her bike.
Like all of us go, and then she's riding on the back of one of our bikes, and one of us is riding her bike across the bridge.
But the math isn't there though, because we'd have to find another like.
One bike's getting left behind no matter what.
Right.
No, it's going back and forth.
Oh yeah, so then we have to have 2 of us go on there, and then you got to ride bitch on my bike, and then we got to take it back across to grab her bike.
Yeah.
Oh, Richard.
No, I mean, okay. So real quick though, so Khalil said I don't mix and match brands, and the reason I asked is because when I ordered my new wheels, I specifically asked for Metz for the front, as I got the Metzler rear, and was sent Avon for the front. Well, tell those motherfuckers to send you the right goddamn tire. That's what I would do.
Front rims.
Yeah, fucking Jesus.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I wanted a fucking rim job, and I didn't get what I wanted.
That sounds so wrong.
It is wrong. It's super fucking wrong. No, I mean, so honestly, I'd rather have there's the Midwest Motovlogger meetup down in Louisville this year in September. I mean, I'd rather spend my time going to other places that is way more of an experience than like a tourist trap, which I feel like Sturgis has become. So I don't like. It's cool, but like I'd rather go to the mystery spot up in the UP. You know, like it's the dumb little things you find along that road up there.
It is. I think these bigger events are nice to go to just to have the experience. Then you went, you did that, and now you do other things. You don't miss it. You're not wondering about it anymore. You're going to get good pictures. You're still going to have a good time, even though it's commercialized.
So, yeah, but like
But it's not something you're going to do every year. It's just you do it once in a while.
Yeah, I know. That's what you're saying. Like, I've seen a new wheel on Instagram. So he sent me a pic of the new wheel on Instagram. So I'd rather spend my money on the
And he tapers off.
See,
No,
I personally
okay,
will
so
probably
here.
never go to Sturgis. The whole thing about it is when I go to these different meetups and stuff, it's more of to interact with the people that I interact with here online.
That's Khalil's bike right there. He sent me a picture on Instagram. His Heritage.
Very nice.
It looks nice, dude. You got that front fender all cleaned up. It looks good, man. It really does. When it comes to white walls, it doesn't have too much labeling on them anyways, so I wouldn't really. I mean, mix and match, whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate fucking white walls on anything.
I do because they're the work. I mean, they look cool, but I would rather get I've been trying to find fucking red walls, but they're super hard to find.
You can make them.
Oh, I know I can. I just don't have the time and.
Got nothing but time.
Is that the same thing they used to back in the day call red line tires?
Yeah, where it's got
that same thing.
Yeah,
okay.
I like those.
Yeah, those are cool.
But
I don't know what it is, but I just cannot stand white walls.
It's because of probably just how they get dirty. If they stayed white all the time, they have this stuff called bleach white that works great on them.
Wesley's, that shit is awesome.
But like it's just a lot of extra work on there, added on there, and if
I'm
you're
all about low maintenance, man.
that's why I have a blacked out motorcycle.
I'm content with my off-white walls.
He said my off-white walls.
But I mean,
no, I don't know. It just even on cars, it like old school hot rods. You see guys rock them. It just does not appeal to me. I'd rather see either just a plain black wall tire or a white leather or something like that. But white walls, it's just ugh. White has no place on a tire if it's not letters.
Needs the least amount of maintenance.
Yeah,
you know, black.
I mean,
she said, "Don't put that white shit on my tire."
Fuck no, unless you coming over to clean it. No, the fuck off.
It's you know,
my walls here, and I'm kind of admiring them. I like them.
I honestly,
hey, bleach white is the shit though. It will clean the fuck out of them white walls.
No, it will.
Yeah.
Especially like when I first got them and I had to scrub the blue off of them. Oh my god, that stuff took them off so easy.
Yup. I bought a car one time. It had a beige interior, so I got in it with Wesley's. The interior was actually white. The person I bought it from was a heavy smoker. I just thought it was a beige interior until I started cleaning.
Oh my god!
It was white.
How many times did you gag doing that? Being like, "Oh, I gotta get it clean."
Well, it just smelled like the Marlboro Man's fucking back pocket, you know. As soon as you start spraying that Wesley's, everything starts to run. It's like, holy fucking shit. This ain't beige at all.
So, but yeah, Khalil, that bike looks really nice, man. I like that. I went with the blacked out fat spokes for me. I have them somewhere around here just because I'm so pissed off the fact that I don't have fucking the other one. Which should be here tomorrow.
They should call those roulette wheels because that's what they look like.
No, and I kind of like that name for them versus the fat spoke. It's like a roulette wheel. I mean, I can't wait to see what it looks like on the bike because I feel like it's going to change the way my bike looks 1,000,000%.
You should spin one on the floor and drop a marble in it and see what happens.
It's going to fall right through. I don't win anything. But yeah, I mean,
it's content, bro. It's just content.
But I do like I going back to what I was saying. Like I agree with Ehart on that where. I like the more thing where you can have that interaction with people versus going somewhere where you get that. Like for me, the Harley.
Granted, there's a whole shit ton of people, but you don't know them.
Yeah, and being able to like meet like motovlogger meetups are cool as shit for me because you get to meet.
Other than being like, nice bike, man. What do you really got? You know what I'm saying? Like we have connections. Like that to me is like a way bigger thing.
No, and that having that connection is nice. Where it's like you have something you could talk about versus. Yeah, man, I like your $40,000 in chrome you spent on your fucking bike.
Right. And then you're like, anyways, have a nice day.
Plus, you have limited content on there, honestly, because for me, it's like I like to be careful about who I put in my videos in the sense of the club aspect of it. So I like to be careful of who I put in my videos, and out there, it's like I don't know if I could really post anything just because I don't want any people doing anything that
I always ask. If I'm filming and things are going on and I don't know these people, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I use this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yes or no. If they say no, I don't use it. If they say yes,
but I'm gonna look like a dumbass though, like walking around like, hey, can I film you? Hey, can I film you? Hey, can I? Like, there's like 30,000 fucking people.
Oh, okay. Well, no. I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying like a specific thing. You know what I mean? No. In that case, no. I film anybody and everybody because the fact of the matter, you're in a public place. You cannot assume privacy, and it's legal to fucking record.
But also,
But I get you with the clubs. You're like, I don't need to get my house shut up. I don't know anything about clubs.
Well, it's not like that, but it's like, I don't want. So let's
you got some friends just don't want to be on fucking camera.
Well, not even that. I mean, like, let's say I'm filming, right, and somehow the FBI sees something in the background of people doing stuff, and they use my shit as evidence. Like, my name is out there, and they can find it.
We're gonna find you.
So here's the thing, and I think that goes down to like reviewing your footage to make sure that there's nothing back there that would constitute problems.
Well, no.
In our
No, I see what he said. It would be one thing if the guy's standing back there holding a fucking like AR or something, but then it's another if it's like a plate number that they've been looking for. He has no idea.
I don't like bringing that liability on me, and I guess that's one aspect of the club life that kind of works against me when being a moto blogger. That's why I like doing shit by myself, because I don't, like filming a group of people. It's
you could also just make it retardedly obvious that you are filming, and if they don't want to be on film and say they know damn well that their plate number is being looked for or some shit, they'll be like, hey man,
is this
did you not record
more obvious than that right there?
Like, this is full fucking retard.
I don't know. I used to feel weird about it. Now I just go about my business. If they don't want it, then they can say something to me.
And that's why I like going and also I like going to destinations and seeing cool stuff. Like, for me, like, literally in my trailer it said I want to show my beautiful state, and I haven't had the chance to do that, and I'm not going to let myself be limited this year on the weekends to not be able to show the beautiful state of Michigan. Like, riding over to the Sand Dunes one weekend and just showing Sleeping Bear tunes and doing dumb shit like that. Like, I want to do that. Going over to Holland for the Tulip Fest. Going over to
Traverse City for the Cherry Festival.
Yeah. Like the air show.
Did you just say Tulip Fest?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's a real
How many badass bikers show up at the Tulip Fest?
You know what?
Those badass bikers got wives.
Dude, if you've never heard of the Tulip Fest, you need to go to it because it is like top of the line. The whole city has all these different colors of tulips everywhere. It is.
Holland is very, very Dutch based.
Yeah. They go
do they have like a weed fest or something I could get into?
We have.
I'm sure we do.
Detroit.
Because I'm not feeling the tulip thing.
There's a weed fest in Detroit.
There we go.
Then you have Hash Bash in Ann Arbor.
Yep, Hash Bash. Mike, to go.
What the fuck, dude? I think I just locked myself out of my car with the keys in it.
Fucking Texas.
Oh shit.
19 kilo. What's up, man?
Not
Mike,
cool.
Did you lock yourself out of the car?
Yeah.
Do you have any keys?
I do. I gotta go find them.
That sounds.
At least I'm at home and the keys are in the house. The extra sets in the house.
Or are they? I want to play a game.
I'm like, if you're anywhere within 20 miles of Waterford, I could probably come break into your car.
I am within 20 miles of Waterford. I'm over 23 and 59.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, you're 23 and 59?
Yeah.
Right on. I know exactly where you're at.
That sounds completely not normal.
What? Oh, 23 and 59? You're like, those are numbers I do not know.
No, I know the number. It's just so Mike says the new Saddlemen seat looks good. Yeah, man, it's awesome. It's really comfy as shit. Diesel says going to a 14-inch bar installation on the Road Glide, taking a break and saying hi. Oh, Jesus. That sounds fun. Road Glides are a bitch. Spit McFluff has returned.
Hey, high point of your last video, Mick, was no swamp ass.
No swamp ass.
No swamp ass.
You know what? I feel like any bearded bobber pointed this out, and he's like, the level of sarcasm in my videos. Like, I think that's what I thought. Like, trying to figure out the shit that actually makes me, I guess, popular to people or people want to watch it.
I don't. Be yourself.
Well, no, and it is be yourself, but I don't take anything fucking seriously. Like that's
Don't take anything seriously in your videos, then.
I don't. Like I'm the biggest jackass on a Harley. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna throw this out there just from my experience because I know Mick very, very well. What you see is definitely what he is outside of all this.
Gotcha.
There's no like specific personality for
his YouTube fame ain't going to his head.
Nope, this is just who he is.
I am straight up just like, oh, Spiff's back. What's up, fucker?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, always got the wireless getting ready to start finishing up. You know what? Every time I try to start never mind.
Adulthood.
No, but yeah, I mean, like, I literally I'm just the person that you see on fucking camera, and that's just the way I am. And like, I get shit for it. I do from people I know, and it's like I don't give a shit. Like, how many fucking Harley guys do you see riding around with this? Like, absolutely fucking zero have a helmet that looks like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon and calls it that respectively. I love it. People like it looks like
the no fucks given attitude is what drew me to you in the first place.
No, man, and like I bash fucking Harley, I bash Indian. Like no one is fucking safe. Like that's my mindset. Is I don't give a shit who you are. Like if you have brand loyalty, I will prove to you that you don't. Because honestly, I'm not going to market to people. I'm not going to promote to people fucking Harley-Davidson because it's a Harley. Like,
well, it's like I said. You honestly give them a shit ton of free advertising, regardless of what you say that's negative. You're still spouting their name. They can't go wrong. There's no such thing as bad press.
No, but the way
any press is good press.
You know, for me, is like I want to do it to where I get a big enough following where they can actually start making changes. They start listening to people. Like, yeah, I say their name because the history of Harley and where it started, I think is stellar. I think what they did from World War II all the way up until today, I think that through that time period, the way of Harley has changed because of the way the media has portrayed them. Because, like, look at that, man. Like, back in the 60s and 70s, you had the greaser biker gangs, right? In the movies. Before that, dude, it was businessmen riding Harleys. It was like a quiet bike that was comfortable. Like, everyone went out and rode it. And if they wore leather, it was for protection, not because it was the fashionable thing to do.
That's why I wear my leather.
Hollywood changed all that.
And Harley's.
Thanks, Marlon Brando.
And
right.
And like for the booze fighter photo.
And they will, and Harley's culture will eventually kill Harley if they don't change. It will, you know, like everyone. I talked to people on a live stream last night, and they were talking about like I haven't really experienced the whole jab crap thing from Harley guys. I'm like, I see it all the time. They just don't say it to your face anymore. They just look at your bike and they're like, that thing's a Japanese piece of shit, and they won't say it to you.
Because they don't realize like we have less issues starting our bikes or keeping them running.
Well, no.
All I can say is look at my bike and how old it is, and you tell me that's a piece of crap.
No, and I don't, and that's why I love all four forms of bikes because it's not about the whole fucking name on the bike. It's about the person who built it. You know, the story that it tells.
Dude, my bike is the shit. It gets the love, man. It really. Even Harley guys like my bike, which blows me away because they won't wave at me when I'm on the road.
I fucking hate it now. My opinion is changed. No, man, but like I do. Like I get so many weird looks from people on sport bikes or import bikes or any other brand that's not Harley. Because how many fucking Harley guys do you see fucking will drop two fingers for a bike that's not a Harley?
You know, I'd say about 50% of the cruisers will wave back.
Is that like all cruiser? Is that like Harley specific? Like,
I put all the cruisers in the same category, I guess.
Oh, those metric motherfuckers! They want to be you Harley guys, so they don't wave at me either.
That's the thing. It's like I waved. Like I literally have kids on bikes that pass me, and I say kids because they're like 17, 18. And like I'll put two, and like they glitch for a second. It's like their mind can't comprehend. Like this Harley guy is waving to me.
Dear diary, Senpai noticed me.
Yeah, no, I used to wave to all of them, and then I started realizing a good portion don't wave back, and I'm like, fine, douchebag. I'm like, fine, asshole.
Can we start
and then I stopped waving.
Wait, no, not that one.
I'm not gonna. I still wave to everybody. I don't give a fuck if they don't wave back. Oh fucking well.
Mike, go too far.
I'm equal opportunity bike life. See,
So this was Texas Tanker 19 kilo. But he says I wave to everyone. Slingshot drivers never wave back.
Slingshots on motorcycles, get over it.
They're not motorcycles.
Dude, no.
no, a slingshot is not a motorcycle. I'm sorry.
If you drive it backwards, it's a trike at best.
Okay, I will give you props if you are like crippled of some nature and you need the slingshot to keep your ass on the road. I will give you props to hang out with your buddies that way because
You've watched Biker Boys, obviously.
No, actually, I haven't. One day, me and a couple people that were out riding around, we ran across this guy on a slingshot. We were on the side of the road. He actually stopped and we started talking to him and he was missing a fucking leg. And he was like,
wow.
yeah, I used to ride bikes. And he's like, basically, right, this accident happened, this, that, and the other thing. And now this is what I ride because it's what I can handle. So it's like, dude,
Right,
props to you for even getting fucking back on. Like, exactly. You're welcome to roll with us and feel like part of the group,
Hell yeah.
No, I mean,
I can see that.
Honestly, it gets to me to where, like you said, like it's you have this portrayal of anything that's not a Harley, and especially like what I know is people won't wave, and I'm like, why? It's two wheels. That kid eventually will probably want to get like a Harley or a cruiser. If you're not a dick, then they might be more apt to jump onto a Harley. But that's why I do what I do because I want to be that guy that gets kids wanting to buy Harleys again. Because it's I believe in the name, maybe not the people of the culture, but I believe in the name. And the names that are on there, William S. Harley and Arthur Davidson started it all. And
who the fuck are them guys?
That's who started. William S. Harley and Arthur Davidson started Harley-Davidson. That's where the name came from.
Yeah,
I was just fucking with you, man. I watched the movie too.
Oh no, but if you the way they are, what they believed in back in the day was like a bike for everyone, and Harley's gotten away with that, especially with their fucking pricing. But that's why I point people to like buy a used Harley, buy a fucking bike. I want a bike like yours, and I'm like, hey man, like my bike.
I want that Dyna Life though.
But even the Dyna Life, man, like we have fucking fights in between the Harley riders.
Shit, bro, kids like all motorcycles. They don't give a fuck what name is on it.
No, but like the people that once they start riding, dude, and then they start seeing the people that are around, they're like, I can't go fucking riding with these people because I don't have a choice on where I go. I don't like that limitation that gets put out for Harley. Like, you have to like this. We're going like every Harley guy in your mind. Most people, even if they won't admit it, they're like, yeah, they probably go. You're gonna find that bike at a bar. Bro,
I'll tell you a quick funny story. When I was a kid, I had a blue jean jacket that had the biggest Harley-Davidson patch I could find on the back of it. I loved fucking Harleys to no end. I thought they were the coolest fucking thing on the planet. And then one day, a cat rolled through my neighborhood on a fucking KZ 1000.
Oh.
Kirker fucking header, no baffle, insane fast, loud as fuck, and that was it. I mean, I still love Harleys. I think they're cool as fuck, but I don't know, man. I just got drawn to that inline 4.
So, anyone ever tried the Arlen S 15-inch brake kit? I saw one available for the Heritage Classic. Don't buy it. The brakes on that Heritage are more than enough than you'll ever need, especially with the ABS. The ABS on it. I honestly can say I've had my bike going really fast on a drag strip and the brakes work perfectly fine. Just don't grab the front one too hard. Oh, I mean, actually, at smart braking, so.
So, the common misconception about Harley brakes and any brakes actually is that in order for it to pass DOT in the United States, your braking horsepower has to be 4 times more than your engine horsepower. So your brakes are fine.
No, it's the brakes on that bike are more than enough than they'll ever need. Honestly, I don't know, man. Go back to that stigma thing. I absolutely hate it. And even like I was saying, like, you want a Dyna Spiff, right?
Oh hell yeah.
There's the whole fight between the Dyna Bros and the Bagger Bros. You know
Whatever, man.
No, but what I'm saying is like the concept behind that is we're having fucking debates on motorcycles within our own culture on what's a real motorcycle. Who the fuck gets the right to choose that?
No one.
You know, and that's the problem.
Yeah, no, it's this exclusivity is really toxic. It's a huge problem because like anybody that's on two wheels has a motorcycle. They're a biker. Get over it. Like
we're all looking at the same danger, the exact same risks, the exact same pain. You know, when you stop skidding, we're all equals.
No, and like Dynas are great bikes, but you know, the touring models are great bikes. I mean, on a broad scale, they're good bikes. They're great bikes. But like, why the fuck is there this whole debate? Like, you know, if we have fights within our own community, like, why would people even want to join that? Because then it goes from being like, oh, now they're not just picking on fucking Jap bikes. Now they're picking on a person on a Dyna or a person on a Softail.
I think that's the person. I don't think that has shit to do with the bike.
No, it is. It's the people though, and that's the Harley culture.
And I just want to chime in on that one. It's really the mindset, because at the end of the day, it's like not everybody can afford a Harley, all right? And the big thing is that people, like, I'm a very huge advocate of riding. You know, it is not something that like in my world, it's not something that it's like, oh, this is what you do. This is like a passion that I thoroughly love motorcycles. And I have respect for anybody that's willing to get on any type of two wheels. I don't care if it's Harley or if it's Kawasaki or Honda or Suzuki, whatever. These
Thank you.
My only disease.
Absolutely.
And I got respect for that. That's why I wave at everybody. And I know a lot of times that like people kind of like give me a sideways look because like, you know, because I am in a club. People look at it where, you know, it's like, well, why are you waving at the sport bike? Like, well, they're on two wheels. I don't care if they're riding a 250 or an 1100. It doesn't matter.
See, and that's
it's a mindset.
I tell people, like, this kid asked me, he's like, what's a great first bike if I want to buy it new? And I looked at it, like, really looked in my mind and thought, and I'm like, get a fucking Honda Grom. You want to have fun? You want to have fun and you want to have a blast? You want to learn to ride good? Buy a fucking used Honda Grom.
Hell yeah.
And you could have a ball on it. You feel like the dude on a big wheel bicycle. Like, literally, you feel like if you wore a fucking penguin suit, you'd have fun. And
hell yeah.
It's just a fun bike, dude. And they're like, well, you know, what about Sportsters? Like, yeah, man, if you can find like a Sportster for a good price, get it. I was like, find an 883 or 1200 Sportster for a good price, buy it.
Can I interject there for a second with the Sportster?
Definitely used, because like Spiff said earlier, you're gonna drop that motherfucker.
Oh yeah. And Sportsters are I don't care what anybody's going to think. Sportsters are 100% the most reliable bike that Harley has ever produced in ever of all time.
I said that last night in a live stream with Scouts was like I said that the Sportster is the truest form of Harley that exists today.
Absolutely.
It is the truest form of Harley-Davidson that exists because of what it was and how long it's been around.
Absolutely. And the only reason why I don't like them is because they're too narrow. So it's personal preference. It has nothing to do with the integrity of the bike.
I don't even think they're too narrow because they're about as narrow as the Dyna.
No, the Dynas are wider.
Not too much.
How big you are, because it's like to put me on a Sportster, I'm 6'6".
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I got long, lanky limbs, man. I'm 5'9" and I'm like a twig. I got long, lanky limbs.
So if you're gonna get a Dyna, how much would you be paying for it? Realistically.
How much am I gonna be paying in total, or how much am I gonna be paying up front?
Oh, like for the bike itself, not all the build you want to do to it, but like
what's your budget?
What's your budget for the initial bike?
When I actually get into a position where I can hunker down and spend that money, I'm looking at about $5,000 for the initial buy-in.
What year?
I'm partial to the 07s, but just because of the 96 cubic.
I would go 09 and get the fuel injected.
Everything 07 and up on Dynas is fuel injected.
I thought that was a split year though.
No, it was 06 that was the split year.
Oh, okay. I'm 1 year behind. I was gonna say,
Dynas are always a year behind.
I'm gonna throw this out there. Write down this website.
Pornhub.com.
What's that?
Pornhub.com.
Do you have Instagram, dude?
I do.
I'm not gonna remember it, and I don't have a free hand to write. I'm face full of pasta.
RacersEdge411.com.
RacersEdge411.com.
Yeah, you will find your bike that you're looking for, at least for your base, right in that price range.
Fantastic.
You know what?
Thank
Wind
you.
Reaper, Wind Reaper says 6'4", love my sporty. Always be I will always own one no matter what what my primary bike is. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to upgrade it, dude. Don't even put a stage 3 in that bike. So Khalil, okay, I'm gonna educate you real quick on this one, Khalil. Do not put a 117 stage kit in that bike because A, you're gonna have problems, and two, if you put if you go to like a Redshift 468 or an SNF 465 or a 472 from Redshift or a 475. That bike right now, like I've looked at dyno charts, I've seen it in person. That bike will go up to 120 horsepower and 128 foot-pounds of torque.
Can I supplement that?
Just with a cam.
Yeah, can I supplement that real quick? So going on that, don't do the stage 3 upgrade. So for one, don't get it done right when you buy it. Wait till your warranty runs out. Then get a reliable set of parts. So just go with S&S. S&S is really great.
Redshift or S&S are the two that I would not even Woods or anyone else, just S&S or Redshift.
Absolutely.
And even then, man, right now that 114 with a properly done stage 1 is got more than enough power than that bike will ever need. Like a stage 1 on the Milwaukee 8, 114 on the Heritage Softail will blow your mind.
Oh yeah, it makes disgusting amounts of power, and I love it.
Like I have a stage 1, like to let you know how crazy that is. I have a stage 1 Harley that runs 12 seconds at the strip.
Oh, I thought you. Oh. All right.
Well, hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. Just let that sink in.
I can run a 12.51 with my stage 1 on it.
That is disgusting amounts of.
For a fucking Harley, that's a stage 1.
Dude.
The air cleaner comes on it. You buy mufflers and a good tuner. I was running fucking 12. I can run a 12.51.
Do you have a crossover pipe, or do you have like a 2-in-1?
It's a 2-in-2 that's got the little scavenger crossover on it.
Okay.
And that's why I'm putting the new tires and wheels on there because I want something that's more grippy to help with that. But
yes.
it's that stage 1 on that Heritage will wake it up to the point where you won't need that. And if you do go to a cam, dude, you're just gonna have more power than you'll ever fucking need.
If I'm not shitting my pants on the regular, I don't respect the bike enough.
No, but like my bike, dude, if I hit the throttle, it puts me back into my seat. Like that's why I like that Saddlemen seat I got because I hated that backrest. That it sits me into that cup holder of my butt, as I'm gonna call it, and
the butt holder,
the cup holder of my butt. That sounds way funnier. but yeah, man, like honestly, a stage 1 on that bike, you will a properly done stage 1, not a Harley stage 1. Definitely, you'll notice that bike wakes the hell up because the problem is that with the Screaming Eagle or the Yelling Chicken, as I like to call it, part.
Yelling Chicken.
With the yelling chicken parts on there, their tuners are still EPA compliant, and because of warranties, even around the world, they have to comply with that. So when you put on, like I did on my Tab Performance mufflers, and I put a Dyno Jet Power Vision on there, after I ride the bike and I do all the little, it's got little boxes that instead of like the Vance & Hines FB3, it actually has boxes with numbers in it. And it'll tell you when you're 100%. It'll tell you where you need to be at to get those numbers to rise. But I fucking sat there and looked at it, and I could plug that into a computer and pull up the fuel sheets and actually see a graph of all my fuel and how it's being used. And I was able to dial it in to the point where my bike does wheelies now. Like it's
yummy.
Puts the power to the ground, and it's a Heritage Softail. Like it does things that are dirty for a freaking heritage that's never done before. You'd never be able to
How
be
much
like
does
that
your
here.
bike weigh? What?
650 pounds.
Good. Jesus.
I have a 650 pound bike with a 2000 cc motor.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's a behemoth.
it's got the power to weight ratio of a fucking Bugatti Veyron.
I
Like-
can't tell if the Norseman is adjusting his camera or trying to caress our faces. Either way, continue.
I don't think he realized his mic is muted. Or maybe he might. Who fucking knows?
No, I'm actually moving this party indoors. I need to eat. I'm starving.
Well, fucking
Come over. I made pasta.
Oh, right on. The girl went out and picked up Buffalo Wild Wings, so
So yeah, I mean,
no
On-
camera on those.
a properly done stage one on that bike, Khalil, you're gonna notice a massive difference from the stage one that Harley did, because their EPA compliant shit, like, basically will take the bike to 60%. What I did with mine is I changed my red line to 6200, and that moment, like, your power band on that bike is gonna hit at 2000, and it's gonna pull all the way to red line.
Factory tune sucks because it's all for emissions.
Yeah, and that tuner is just it's gonna be made for having a little power and scooting, but like I woke my bike the fuck up, and I even had my
Hashtag woke bike.
one of the guys he has a 120R drag motor in his bike, and it's custom built from the ground up, and that thing it's a fucking 10-second bike. He's got a 10-second Road King. Or he
That's
calls
nasty.
He calls it the Street King. But it's a fucking 10-second bike.
That's fast for a bike that size.
No,
That's
it's
insane fast for a bike that size.
And when he hopped on mine and took it for a ride after I got the tune done, he said he had trouble keeping the fucking tire from breaking loose in every gear. Like, do you know what that takes for a bike on a stage
Bob's
one?
blowing me up.
Break the tire on every gear, like, it's insane.
It's got to wait.
It's got the fuck is that?
What is what?
Fucking, it popped up a bunch of numbers.
Did you hit enter by accident?
No, I was trying to do this. So if anyone does want to jump in, feel free to jump in. We have a slot open. But yeah, man, like stage one on the Heritage 114 is the power to weight on it. It's going to be more than you'll ever need. If you put a cam in there, it's honestly overkill, and you're going to be wasting fuel mileage. Because I can ride my bike normally and get really good fuel mileage, and I hit my throttle and I use a lot more fuel. But
dude, who gives
Harleys
a fuck
should
about mileage? It's a motorcycle.
Well, no,
Fuck mileage.
I do care about it when I'm going touring with it. Like when I want to tour the bike, I want the most time in the saddle while I'm riding. It's not about worrying about like, oh, I'm getting this many miles a gallon. It's like I want to be able to go 200 miles without stopping and be able to enjoy the ride and see the scenery, versus like being able to fucking drop it.
Gas station to gas station.
Yeah, so Khalil's got me focused now. Yeah, man, like put a stage one on that bike. I don't know how the emissions are over in Dubai and how they work for warranty. It might be different. Yeah, so the Dyno Jet tuner, and they have a base tune on there that you can get. And what that base tune is someone put the bike on a dyno with the tuner and tuned it. And so that's your base map. So unlike with like the Vance and Hines, I know they put them on dynos and shit like that. I don't really know how well they get and how dialed in they get with their tunes. I know mine was pretty fucking close, and then I started tuning it for the area the area I ride in, my environment. I don't care for the 5-gallon tank on ours. Why don't you care about the 5-gallon tank, Yankee Texan?
My tank's not even 5 gallons.
I got like 3.2 on my Road King.
I got 5 gallons. And
I think mine is actually more than that. I hate to say.
Mine's 4.5.
I got the Vance and Hines 300s with the FP3. So as much as I hate to say this, is you're not going to get the power out of that FP3. They're just they're good for adjustment, but they're not gonna give you every aspect of your bike. Like I know you have to have your phone connected. That's the one thing I don't like is you have to have your phone to be able to tune your bike. So I have. Why not 6? I mean, you could put a 6-gallon on there, but dude, I get fucking 45
Maybe I'm
miles
hearing
an
it in
hour.
the headphones. I thought the door was creaking. It's freaking me out.
I changed from the FP3 to the Dyno Jet because of Mick. Yeah, dude. Honestly, the
Not hearing
FP3
it out here, huh?
the FP3 does not have the level of dial in that you're gonna want. People won't even dyno like. So if you have the FP3 man and you want to get your bike dyno tuned, so you can have it to exactly with the numbers you want at, and you don't want to street tune it, then you got to get something different than FP3 because dyno tuners won't touch it. FP3 just doesn't have the
They
ability.
hate it.
You can't hook it into a like.
It's also so unintuitive.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, I can. Is this thing charged up right now? Oh, it's not charged up right now.
Right there. It's just like
Always
a
my
core.
bike.
There's a dent.
But like this thing right here changed my bike to what no show Norseman whatever. It's my fucking family. So he's like a fucking blood brother to me. So that's why I fucking
Give me like 2 seconds.
no, I'm not. I'm just anyway. So like he knows, like he's seen my bike that it's the level of power that Dyno Jet gave my bike, and Chubbs, tell me if you. Yeah, so I got my Turbo Moto came with a map by them. Still love it. So yeah, dude, like you put that Dyno Jet on there, you're gonna be fucking flying. My stage 1 was done by myself. So
I'm hearing Pantera, like a new level playing in the background while you're saying this.
yeah, so I guess with the FP3 and the Vance and Hines, it's okay, I guess. But if you want real power, like Tab Performance has a map that they dyno tuned to have that on the Dyno Jet. So it's an exact tune for your bike because when you go to anything different but Vance and Hines, they don't have it listed on there. So that's where you got to go to the effect of put something on there that's going to be perfect for your bike and made for it. And I mean, the FP3 just comes up short. Mick and the Yankee Texan asks, Mick, what breather are you? Wait, whoops, stage 1 to myself. Mick, Yankee Texan. So yeah, real quick, I'll answer that in a second, man. Yankee Texan asks, Mick, what breather are you using? I am still using the ventilator that comes on the bike because it's a fine air cleaner. I mean, it was free. I guess it wasn't free, but I guess it was free when it came on the bike. It's factory. So I mean, like honestly, I just have the same ventilator, man. Like it gives me enough airflow. I know I could probably get a couple more power out of it if I put a different air cleaner on there, but I'm not too worried about it. I might be going to an SNS teardrop just because I like the look of them.
Those look sexy.
Khalil asked, says HD keeps offering me the stage 3 and stage 4. I am not convinced, and you shouldn't be because they are trying to make money.
Snake oil, man.
It's not worth it, man. Honestly, the stage 3 or 4, they're trying to get more money out of you. But
dude, the Screaming Eagle parts, especially, like if Harley's offering them, turn them down. Screaming Eagle parts suck. They are awful quality.
No, I will say the new Screaming Eagle heads are beautiful. The CNC heads are perfect for the bike.
Okay.
The heads, I will give them that. They make a great set of heads. But besides,
they give good head.
Great heads. But besides that, I wouldn't jump on board with them. They're just trying to get you for more money, man, and you don't need that much power in a bike that if you're going to ride it. That kind of power.
You do. What is wrong with way too much power? I'm getting mixed messages here.
It's not too much. It's not too much power, but it's the cost per the horsepower, or cost per torque, and the cost per torque isn't worth it.
No,
it's not about having too much power, like because having power is fun, but if you're gonna do something like that, buy an S&S kit.
It's cheaper and it's better quality because what they do, what S&S does, is they They buy the licensing to make the parts from Harley and go, well, this is crap, and then they make it better.
And Harley does have a patent on the fins on their motor. On their air-cooled motors, Harley does have a patent on the fins.
Yes, they do.
So that's why every SNS has a little to make it
legal.
Yep, to make it so it's not illegal. But yeah, honestly, you're not going to be gaining anything that you more. It's cost per dollar, not worth it. It's you're losing money at that point, and you're never going to get it back. Our bikes devalue over here. I mean, over there you have a little more because it's a Harley in Dubai. But for us here, I mean, it's yeah. All the base maps from Vance and Hines are 92 octane, and I'm running 98. Honestly, I would run 92 in the bike. I run 92 in mine. I think that's our highest grade here in Michigan.
93 dead dinosaurs.
Or 93 dead dinosaurs is what you run, dude. And it's way more than enough power. You can't run. Be careful running 98, just because you will get that ping, and it's because of the octane level. And without going too far into a chemistry lesson on this, it's the amount of impurities that aren't in the fuel, and when it has too much of a detonation versus an explode, like a burn versus an explosion,
burns too hot.
You can really burn up the motor,
especially if you have any kind of aluminum parts in that engine.
Hey, Cruiser Power Ranger, I have a Scout 60 2018. It's a piece of shit. It's garbage and it's trash. Oh wow, why would you say that? No, he says he loves it. It's a ton of horsepower. You can get out with just a tuner. I mean, and like I said that before, Indians come with everything you need already done to them, and that's kind of the downside of Indian. Is I like that customization. I like that customization aspect of it.
Hidden horsepower.
Like Indians are great bikes. I will say that. Nice pussy, Norseman. Hey, right there. Chubb says, "Nice pussy, Norseman."
He's a biggin.
But yeah, they are. I mean, Indians are great bikes, but like I said, there's not the customization there that is available for Harleys.
I think Indians, when they sell you their bikes, they expect you to leave it like it fucking is.
Well, you can. That's the problem. Is
to be honest,
those bikes already run top of the line when you get them right out of the fucking box. And that's, for me, it's like my bike doesn't have any issues. My Harley doesn't, but also I can put a fucking 164 kit on my bike if I wanted to. Indian doesn't have
if I wanted to.
Indian doesn't have that, like the motors keep getting bigger and bigger. I beg to differ. On what? You gotta be more specific. I'm talking a lot, so someone else fucking chime in, you fuckers.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to the marketing thing. Indian done goofed when they named their new engine the Power Plus. Who wants to be riding around on PP?
I love riding on PP.
Wow.
PP in my butt.
Well, I've used a lot of ammo that was plus P plus. That was pretty good. I mean, is that the same thing?
No.
Well, I guess mine would be P minus P.
P minus P.
No, I mean, like, yeah. So, what do you beg to differ on in that aspect of what I said? Because Indian's aftermarket is sparse in comparison to Harley's.
I don't even like how they look, man. Like
Jones's rides got to roll. Jones's rides. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it.
Hi, Jonesy. Bye, Jonesy.
Beats riding at the Thunderstroke. Yeah, that one too. So what's your bike called, man? It's a Thunderstroke.
That sounds. Oh boy.
I ride it when I wear my helmet.
Me bike go fast.
Why use many words when few words do trick?
There you go.
Fucking perfect office was right there.
No sense in putting empty filler in there, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Are you having a stroke, Kevin?
Do you smell toast? Do you want ants? This is how we get ants.
No, I mean honestly, I think that's Indian's biggest backfire right now is that companies aren't really willing to invest in the aftermarket for them right now because there's just not enough sales.
They're a wild card too.
No, I don't think it's a wild card. I think they're just building their brand again. I think it's going to take time to build up, and once they do, it'll be a better competitor. But Honestly, I don't think that they have that aftermarket. I don't think they have like. I mean, dude, you're Dyna you want to build, right? If you
Yeah.
Google Harley Dyna handlebars, you're gonna get 10,000 pages on Google of fucking handlebars for your bike from every manufacturer, from mom and pop all the way up to fucking
Dude.
Carlini.
I've seen for Dynas, like I've seen every build you could possibly imagine just doing cursory searches, man. I've seen cafe racers, which a Dyna cafe looks sick. I don't care how hipstery that makes me sound. I think the classic club style looks awesome. I think that even if you took a Dyna and turned it into a Cholo bike, it would look freaking amazing.
I don't think it would.
I mean,
The Heritage is your Cholo bike, honestly.
Heritage and Road King, yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
the Heritage is going to be the Cholo bike of all time because it always gets choloed out, dude. And
That's
you
true.
know what? To each in their own, but I mean, like my bike, I have never seen a Heritage that looks like it.
Your new rims are kind of Cholo style.
They are pretty Cholo. They're
I don't
just
think they
just
are.
not chrome enough.
I don't
Right?
think
They're just not bling enough. That's all.
yeah, but like at the same time, is it a Cholo wheel because they're both the same size though?
No, it's a Cholo
No,
wheel because of the
Cholo
number
wheel
of
because-
spokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the way it looks.
I just wanted the spokes on my bike again, you savages.
I hate
Like, I have
spokes.
like diamond cutting.
Hey, honestly though, like I said, Spiff, I think you missed that. The spokes on mine are not actually spokes.
Yeah, they're welded.
They're welded
The
rod.
welded rods.
Yeah, no, that's pretty innovative, and I like that idea. It gives the classic look without having to deal with all that fuckery.
Yeah, because the guy
Right.
senior up at Michigan Baggers was just like, "You need tubes, man." I'm like, "No, man, these are tubeless." And he's like, "Oh,
What? WUT. What?
no." I mean, I like it. I mean, I think when they get on there, oh, they have 95. I would run 95 in your bike, man. If you're doing it, run 95 octane. Yes. Smell butter.
Do you smell toast? Are you having a stroke?
Thank you. 95 octane would be what I'd run in that bike, honestly.
I would if they had. I really love how customizable things are. I'm actually curious about those welded rods because I feel like after a while they would stretch and there's no way to tune them. Like,
I mean, they're quarter-inch thick, dude. I don't think they're. Gonna
oh,
stretch.
okay. Well, then never mind. You know, fuck me, I
So,
guess.
are those a billet wheel? Are they aluminum or steel?
I believe they're aluminum, powder-coated aluminum.
So they're most likely cut out of one solid piece.
Probably, yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think they are.
I mean,
Just from the way-
CNC machining is fucking amazing these days.
Yeah, I don't. If I was a gambling man, I would say that they were probably like welded in place.
So you don't think they started out one piece?
Just CNC.
Well, I mean, I think they started up as one piece, but then the machine cut them into different pieces, and then they got welded back together and became one piece.
All right, smart ass. It's fucking Harley, guys.
Oh, dude, you know I'm not your fucking usual Harley guy that say shit like that. No, man. No, it's a billet wheel. They took the pressure jetter, cut that shit, man. Then they took him and used the highest quality powder coat.
You okay?
You hope.
Is that what they told you that they
No,
sold
dude.
you?
No, dude. It's the same brand as Ultima. Like literally, my factory wheel they sent me as a replacement. They sent me another. The factory sent me another front one. Was literally in an Ultima box. And Ultima is like a high-end wheel company.
Do you have? Can you put them side by side? Do you have them right now?
My
They're
wheels.
so
Yes.
high end. They keep sending you the wrong shit.
Hey! If they don't have good enough, a lot of practice of customer service, then you know they're good stuff. Just saying. Just
Well,
saying.
no, and that's why I'm saying the factory though. All the wheels come from the same factory, and Demon Cycle is where I got the wheels from. Is A1 on customer service.
They're a Midwest dealer.
Yeah, the Midwest. It's the company.
Okay,
Ultima-
say no more.
Ultima is Midwest.
It is. But yeah, so they came and I have a picture of the two boxes next to each other, and it's like it's the same fucking wheel except for one costs $700 a wheel and one costs fucking $300. You know, that's the difference is just the name on it. And the Demon Cycle wheels, I mean, they look badass, dude. They're it's gonna add a nice touch to my bike and keep that
They
classic.
do look badass, bro.
They're gonna add a classic look, keep the classic look to the bike, but also a more modern feel. And that's why I'm doing the CVO swap. So it's like you guys can do this with fucking minimal effort and parts off of, like, for me, eBay and Amazon. Except for my hand guards. My hand guards are from JT Custom and Fabs.
I'm curious to see how those are gonna look because I've never seen a Softail or like any Softail with handguards like that. That's always been kind of like a club thing when it comes to Harley.
Dude,
Ain't Dirty D's got like handguards on his bike?
Yeah, he's got the Memphis Shade ones. Like I got mine back in 2018, and they were from like it's a mom and pop shop, dude. Like the wife sent them out at the post office.
That's cool.
And
support local businesses, guys.
Yeah, and like that's the thing is that's cool about them. But yeah, dude, like I have pictures on my Instagram spiff of my bike with the handguards on there with the blacked out windshield.
Is your Instagram's the same as your YouTube? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go do a follow and be super creepy and ogle your motorcycle stuff.
But yeah, man, like I have pictures of my Heritage on there with the handguards and everything on them. And those new Rogue Rider Industry lights are just dope as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've watched that video yet, man, but they blink amber and white. They don't actually have a light out at any time.
I've seen those, and those are awesome.
And you know how much?
I love that idea.
Do you know how much they cost?
Just tell us.
for their black label high end, like they're all high end ones. But what they have their one, it's the SIGS black edition, which is just the black background on it.
Right.
And it's $79 for a set of two, versus Custom Dynamics that charges
$79 per
each.
Yeah.
God damn.
Dude, watch the video spiff too. I hold the Custom Dynamics and the fucking SIGs next to each other. And dude, the fucking Custom Dynamic ones look like something from fucking China. Like I literally, where the fuck they at? I have
there's a huge obvious difference.
Yeah. Don't ever buy Custom Dynamics.
The fucking Amazon ones look better than these are for my Sportster, but the Amazon ones look better than the fucking Custom Dynamics ones.
They really do. I had hands on with Custom Dynamics like every day, and I just like I felt like I was gonna break it just like holding it. I felt like it was gonna disintegrate, like it was ancient.
Oh, here they are. So this is what a Custom Dynamic. This is what $120 a set will buy you. This trash. It has fucking OG LEDs.
Yeah,
dude, that's like $2 worth of technology right there.
Not even.
Not even.
And that's the thing.
Ridiculous.
And that right there is fucking $120 a set.
Even
that noise.
God damn.
Like that's the big problem is that, and the downside is they only run with a white halo, and when you turn the blinker on, it shuts the halo off, and then it's orange amber blinking. The new SIGs I got, actually, fuck, dude.
No, I'm already creeping on your Instagram. No, I've
said I'm already creeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
So, I see it like right now. It's that TikTok video that you made, right? I'm gonna try not to like.
That's
it looks great, man.
Nick, buddy, we can barely see that.
That's the one that I'm looking at right now on my phone.
Turn my brightness down on the screen.
You got something really bright in front of your phone that's putting a white bar across there.
It's called a computer. It's my new invention.
All right.
Let me. There we go. So if I get it just fucking. There we go.
It's doing the same thing, you maniac.
There we go. I got it on the bottom.
Angle it upward just a little bit.
That's close. That's good. Yep. Just tell him it's okay and he'll quit.
Yeah. So that's what they look like.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
They do look good. Yeah, I can see them.
And dude, I actually put the dark smoke lenses on them.
I bet that looks killer too.
Dude, it looks fucking mean. Like,
I'm all about that stealth lighting, man. I hate when lighting is obvious until the light is on. When the light is on, I want the light to be seen. But when it's off, like I like
dude,
to
those things
slip it under the rug.
Those things
It's
shine.
almost
You want it to go away.
Yeah,
it's almost like an oxymoron. You want better lighting, but you don't want anybody to see it until you want them to see it.
Dude,
Yeah.
those cigs shine through that fucking dark smoke cap like it's not even there.
tasty.
And also, I did it because I have the fucking train lights on my bike. I have the passing lamps, so I didn't really worry about the front. You know, if it's a little less dull. But
You should put a train horn on your bike next.
yeah, I like my. I love my
It's
little.
got the bell.
I
Hell's bells.
I love my little beep beep horn because it's funny as shit.
What the hell was that?
Nah, dude, the little meep beep because I like to honk at people and they look at me weird.
You're
No,
not putting
dude, what you need is a bicycle
the Hell's bell on there.
Hey, did you put that Schwinn bell on there yet?
I did.
Yeah.
Actually, no. No, actually, no. I have not put my little Schwinn bell on there yet. Where the fuck is it? No, dude, I legit
Is that like a goose flying south or something?
have no idea what the fuck that is.
Norseman knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Where the fuck is it at?
It's the clown bell.
No, I'm looking for. It's around here, fucking somewhere.
The
There it is.
thunderous Hell's bell. Oh my God! There it is.
Yes.
Instantly commanding obedience.
Why does it sound dull?
Assert your dominance. Ring your bell.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm the coolest kid in school.
Oh, that's
Ring,
why.
ring.
I was like, why does this thing sound quieter? I'm like, I have noise canceling fucking headphones on. So I'm like,
Oh,
it sounds so dull. ACW didn't expect y'all to still be on. We're still here fucking shit up, guys.
That bus you went to school on was short, wasn't it?
Oh, dude, 5:36 a.m. here, and I'll join the next one. Yeah, man. Look forward to seeing you here, Khalil. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it.
Muscle
ACW,
on, my
we
friend.
are still here. But yeah, I mean, I'm putting that bell on there, and I'm fucking gonna love it, man. I'm here to fuck around and have fun.
Dude,
I'm
motherfuckers are going to quake in their boots when they hear that bell.
here to chew ass and kick bubblegum, and I'm all
Like,
out
this
of
guy's
ass.
fucking hardcore. Did you hear that bell?
Dude, and I'm gonna do that for like cell phone people, dude.
Like, don't fuck with that guy.
you're not going to hear anything over that exhaust.
Oh yes, I will. I will make sure. Just park people.
There are ways. He's
There
gonna
are
put a
ways.
gramophone on it. You know.
I'm just gonna get I'm gonna get a PA system and just ride around saying, "Show me your wiener."
Ask me about my wiener.
Oh, hell.
It's all fun and games until shit actually gets real, and I'm still a fucking dude. I enjoy being a fucking jackass on YouTube. It's fun. It's fun as
It's a
shit
lot
to
of
me.
fun.
I'm going to throw this out there. I think you enjoy being a jackass just in general life.
I do actually. It's just
There's no other way to be though. Like
Everybody's got a skill.
you know what though, from like my start of my channel to now, like really my regular personality has really came out and started to show. And that's what I fucking love about it is like I just don't give a fuck. Like
And I dig that about you.
I stopped giving a fuck a while ago, and it's funny as shit to me, just the way some people react to my videos, and they realize, like I said, Adventures of the Bearded Bobber. It's just like your level of sarcasm is so fucking high, man. He's like, sometimes you don't know what's being taken seriously. I'm like, none of it,
nothing.
absolutely zero shit is being taken fucking seriously. I'm just having a fucking ball and just fucking around. Like that's just the way
As well you should. As well you should. Life's too short to take everything so seriously.
Like literally,
Amen.
in one of my videos starts off me turning my bike off, jumping off, and handing stickers to kids in a car, or spam cards or stickers in a car. The light turns green. I'm like, oh shit! I have to run back to my bike, jump on, start it, and fucking ride off.
He's like a superhero at a stoplight.
My
This
favorite.
is why you can't be left unsupervised.
I know. My favorite.
That's all right.
Video,
We got you.
my favorite video I did. I can't remember what the fuck it was. I can't remember exactly which one it is.
You
But
took
like,
the helmet in the mall.
oh yeah, that was funny. Dude, I was walking around with my fucking helmet on in the mall.
parking lot.
Oh no, dude! I was walking through this fucking ritzy ass mall with my helmet and everything on. It was fucking hilarious.
He's like, not trying to scare anybody, just on motovlogging.
It's just for you two. Calm down.
I am your
I'm
father.
walking behind these girls, dude. And like one of them like finally turns around, looks at me, says something, and they just both book it. Like, okay.
Alright. Y'all act
Get
like
away
you've
from
never
us, you
been on
creep.
camera before. Aren't you the one that has to pay tuition?
Dude, I sat there and I'm like, my favorite video is like we had this big ass rainstorm come in, and I gotta remember which video it was, but we had this big ass rainstorm come in. It was the fucking bikes, like what's good first bikes, I think it was, and I fucking see this rainstorm because my fiance calls me and she's like, "Hey, there's rain coming." About the time I hit this place off of Romeo Plank and Hall Road, which is where I live near, there's this fucking doctor's office with this overhang. They have this brick overhang. I drive in the parking lot and park my fucking bike in front of their fucking front doors on their sidewalk under this cover. I'm like, like,
Nope. Nope.
not today, Satan.
Not today.
And this is why the Norseman wants to ride with me this summer, because he knows I cannot be left unsupervised because shenanigans will happen.
As well it should. The best
Man,
video
them
that I've
shoppers
ever
can
made.
walk the fuck around your bike.
Yeah, right?
Dude, I want to get that picture so bad. Like one night when the mall closes and fucking park my bike in front of the fountain there. You know where Partridge Creek is, right?
Yeah.
So they have that fountain in there. I want to fucking park my bike in front of it and get a picture.
We can
Do it. You won't.
Oh, I don't think you know me, Spiff. Like, I'm the kind of person that will do that shit. And when they ask me why, I'll say for a picture.
No.
If you were
I'm
a
doing
real
this
beast,
because I know you will.
you would
Do it.
No.
You won't.
you would park your bike and take that picture nude standing in that fountain.
See, this is why you can't do this on your own. Because while you're doing that, I'm going to be the one that's hightailing it through the parking lot, getting the cops to come my way, playing your designated decoy. There you go, brother.
Everybody needs a blocker, buddy.
Wingman.
I tried to escape, but my bike has way too much lighting. You know what? I will say that. I love my Heritage because that bike at night, when you're in front of it, the lights they have, the new reflective LED technology they have in the road glides, they put in the Heritage.
Ooh.
And so that shit is so fucking bright that if I turn my brights on, it lights up like a quarter mile down the fucking road.
Dude, I had brights. I had a headlight so bright that people would think that I had my high beams on, so they'd flash me and I'd flash them. Go, oops.
And how did that work out? Did they call the cops? Because when I show people
It scorched their retinas out and they crashed.
I was gonna say, when I show people my junk, they normally just laugh. So,
Well, stop.
oh wait, wrong.
That's frowned upon. Like
Wrong
not
kind of
know.
flashing.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're going streaking in the quad.
All right, I'm down.
Hey, if they don't respect your junk, fuck them.
But don't fuck them.
Someone saw, they're like, so I forgot what it was. They're like, one of my buddies in the military. He was just like, yeah, man. He's like, it's you just got the average sized male thing, and I'm like, yeah. I was like, I never oversold it.
So I didn't make no promises. What the fuck?
Hey man, the first thing they teach you in sales is under promise and over deliver. I under promise the hell out of that.
You know what? It might be small, but I use that shit like a sweatshop in Thailand.
Daily beatings.
It ain't an LTD. It's a VW.
Was that
This is wee wee.
I think we're talking more like the lines of a smart car, but you know, we're getting there.
Hey man, smart cars got pep. Smart cars got pep.
Smart cars got that.
It's like that old joke. Give me 12 inches and make it hurt. So we did it 4 times, and I hit her in the head with a rock.
Oh, right while I was drinking my beer. That was great.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're not.
Well,
Don't lie to me.
Okay,
3 out of 4 of us are drinking.
Oh, dude,
I was drinking alone.
Nick's just vaping like a motherfucker.
yeah, because there's other things that occurred before the live stream.
Oh hell.
Uh-oh.
I don't think we need to know.
It's
the way the conversation's going, I don't think we need to know.
It's legal in my state.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't really drink.
New York's working on it.
I just prefer to get stoned. It's just my kind of thing.
Dude, I prefer to do both.
Tie you down, and the other one of us will throw rocks at you.
Why do you keep teasing me with a good time?
Rocks.
Don't fucking tease me with a good time. I'll beat your dick off with both hands.
He said, It's getting fucking ugly.
Now this is normal.
This is so normal.
This is normal for me.
If this does not show people, if they watch this whole live stream, that this is like the real me. Like this is not some fucking act that gets put on. Like I don't fucking know what people like. They can go fuck themselves.
I'm starting to like spread my wings a little bit, get a little comfy.
Dude, don't even spread your wings and comfy. Just fucking jump right in with the fucking parachute. Like fuck it, man.
Parachute? What do you think I am? A smart person?
Nah, man. Like you have the parachute so they can see your wiener as you're falling slowly.
Just flap it in the wind.
Mine doesn't flap; it just stays on top.
Right, Irish curse.
Yeah, it's
constantly riding 2 wheels in the gutter.
Why is his dick perched up on his balls like that?
See that on your nuts?
Oh wow! I'm glad I got these headphones plugged in. My wife is sitting 2 feet away.
You know what?
Sorry, Miss Hattrick.
People say I have a small penis. People say I have a small penis. I just say I have weight reduction for drag racing.
I mean,
it's more aerodynamic.
Every 100 pounds gets you like an eighth of a second.
I wish I had an eighth. I have got more like a 16.
Did somebody say an eighth?
Oh my fucking god!
Oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah, you know what? I asked someone if they wanted an ounce, and I showed them my penis.
Oh boy!
You should specify which ounce you want, dick.
They called that a lid back in the day.
You heard of the Roman helmet? I have more like the Roman toupee.
Oh. Oh.
He said it's more like a beret.
Trojan miniature pony.
I walk into the fucking store and I'm like, "Do you guys have anything smaller than this?" And they're like, "Sir, that's a Tic Tac." I'm like, "I need something that fits it."
Oh boy. I was gonna like come up with some jokes, but you're already taking them from me, so I can't do anything about it.
Well, it's like, like my all-time classic favorite joke. 2 guys walking down the street, see a dog licking himself. One looks at his buddy and goes, "Man, I wish I could do that." His buddy looks at him and goes, "Maybe you should pet him first."
Hey, oh girl, you like big dicks? Yeah. Sorry to disappoint.
No, that's a way too blunt. No, you gotta come in cool and calm. Be like, "Hey, girl, like, I might not have a big dick, but I have one, and I have good income."
There you go.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Sold.
My dick might be small, but I own a Harley.
Hey, for enough money, I'll let somebody be my sugar daddy. Shit.
Dude, the best thing ever. Okay, so you there's someone in our club that was just like making like saying the Heritage was a girl's bike and trying to make fun of me and shit like that.
How?
About the moment I fucking popped a wheelie like it was a joke. It was just riding it. They're like, "Oh, okay, like, yeah, fucker, try to do this on your Ultra."
Oh, right, you can because your bike weighs half a ton.
I watched a shade tree surgeon video earlier, and partway through the video, he's sitting at a light, and a cat goes past him in the other direction, and it's this real old dude on a sport bike, but he's wearing shorts and gym shoes and nothing else.
Yep, shirtless. I saw that video. It was funny.
Shade tree's like, damn, dog, save some pussy for the rest of us.
You know what? I feel like I need to get Shade Tree and a surgeon in the live stream with me, and we'll see like fucking what shenanigans ensue. Because I feel like he's like the kind of person I'd get along with pretty.
Oh,
fun.
hell yeah.
Yep.
He has no filter, and it's kind of awesome.
Hey, dude, you know what? When I started making
Keep it
videos,
weird.
when I first started making videos, I had that filter, and then I was just like, "Fuck the filter."
Nah, screw it.
Yep.
Like
If you can't be yourself, there ain't no fucking point.
So, like, my one thing I was doing in one of my next videos is like the intro where it's like, well, I hear YouTube's monetization policy is they kind of check later on in the video to see like what you do, like, you know, what you say and all that kind of shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna get it all out now. Fuck. Is your content for children? Sure. Why the fuck not?
Fucking A it is.
No, you
What's
don't
up?
want to list your content for children. If
What's
it's
up?
Oh,
not,
she
like,
speaks.
they're trying to put that shit back on the content creator. You don't want to get hit with
Yeah,
that.
no.
Oh,
That's
no,
gonna
but-
that'll land you in like prison.
That'd be so
All right,
fun.
more importantly, did you get your keys?
Yeah.
No. Yes, I got my keys. And I
forgot
got my
that part.
GoPro 7. My daughter had it in her car.
Yes.
What?
So this is
Yeah.
actually, so this I forgot that's why she was gone because she locked herself out of a car. So golf clap for fucking Ehart for getting the keys out of the car.
I would, but my camera isn't working.
Sure, it's not. What are you doing with that camera turned off?
And neither is your dyno.
Nothing.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
it's true. Hey, I'm working on it. I'm getting a huge settlement from getting hit by a car, so that's going to my dad. Yeah.
You didn't hit the car
Wait.
back?
I was about to, but my wrist was already broken. I didn't want to make it worse.
Even fucking better. Use the other wrist. What do you do when you fucking break your wrist and you need
Hey, dude, I gotta save one from meat, okay?
That sounds like
That's
extremely
true. That is true.
that sounds like an extremely lonely life.
Because
You
how
have
else
no
gonna wipe
idea.
your ass?
What you do is you take your two hands if they're broken, buy a pocket pussy, and just
That's assuming that I have money to begin with.
dude, they're like $4 at the fucking store.
That's assuming I have money to begin
He's
with.
about to tell you where to go get it.
Hawaiians then here in Michigan.
It's like not to tell you not to throw it out there, but it's in aisle 4, second shelf down, 3 to the left.
No, wait, no. It's the fourth to the left. Did you get the third to the left? You're overpaying.
What are you going high end on me?
The
Yeah.
generic model will do.
I buy the fucking Walmart version of my pocket pussies. Like,
Next thing you know,
Damn.
Tube socks and Crisco.
Bake a watermelon, you'll be fine.
son of a bitch, I could have gone cheaper.
He said,
Bake a watermelon.
And I could have had a whole
Gotta
pack of
add
socks.
Rebuy.
wow. Man, y'all are
Or even cheaper,
a special kind of fucked up.
Or you just buy the bottle of KY and just cut the top off and
Oh, dude. Patrick, I haven't even gotten started yet.
Oh, fuck. Oh, hell.
There's a special community of people like me.
There is.
They all live in New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah.
you live in New Jersey, you're special.
Hey, through no fault of my own, I was born there. I was raised there. It was awful.
Oh, so you're an active New Yorker.
I am. Like I moved here recently. I've been all over the U.S. though.
Motherfuckers like, I'm going to Jersey Shore to guys, my motovlog.
So
Hell no. Okay.
I gotta ask this.
No.
So, I know in Jersey they don't allow you to pump your own gas. So will they literally fill up your bike for you?
Will they what?
Fill up your bike for you?
I had my bike in New Jersey for all of like a month, so I don't know. I know I got pissed off when someone would try to pump my bike for me. I'd be like, no, fam, step out of the way. This is mine.
That's why you'd be like, when he's sticking the nozzle, and just be like, gentle, go harder, softer.
Throw your hands back. Oh yeah, right there.
Little to the left, baby.
You get that tank. You get it good.
Wait, you finished on the tank. You gotta wipe it down.
Use your tongue. Oh wait.
See, I'm 100% sure when Ehart decided to join this that she never knew the fucking shit show that was about to happen.
It's not shit I haven't heard before. They get pretty raunchy in these things. I've heard some pretty bad shit.
I
Okay.
need to work harder to figure out shit she hasn't heard.
I'm just gonna put this into perspective for a second. All this raunchy shit happens. I'm from New Jersey. Gasp.
Nah, if we're gonna nuke one place in the U.S., it's definitely gonna be New Jersey.
Well, they already did it themselves. They've got 3 nuclear power plants within like.
Oh
20
yeah,
miles of each other,
isn't that where 3 Mile Island happened?
Oh yeah.
You can neither confirm nor deny that.
Dude, half of Sandy Hook is a quota. I'm doing air quotes right now. Inactive nuclear missile silo.
You know, half the
Thanks,
students.
Westman.
You know, half the students at Sandy Hook are inactive at the moment.
Yeah.
Too savage? No.
Oh,
I didn't. Wait, say that again. No. Badmouth my state, please. I love it.
Let the darkness ensue you.
So all right. So there are two kinds of people from New Jersey.
Alive
Both of
ones
them are irradiated.
and dead ones.
Accurate. Both of them are irradiated. But so there's the people that are Jersey strong. You know, they've got the bumper sticker to prove it. You know, I love New Jersey. I wake up and I eat my Taylor ham.
He needs it.
You know, and
On a more serious note, please have your pet spayed or neutered.
accurate.
I heard Bob Barker say that so many times. Am I showing my age?
I love Bob Barker. Dude,
No,
when he
it's
did The
like
Price is Right, it
completely
was
different
awesome.
It was awesome.
He was. And then they went to Drew Carey, and I'm just like,
never mind.
you know what they need to bring back is Whose Line Is It Anyways? Just saying.
They did.
How'd that turn out, though? Was it
Awful.
before?
It wasn't the same.
No, there definitely wasn't as much hatred for the producer.
Yeah,
It's like American Top Gear. It's not the fucking same.
Yeah.
Hey, American Top Gear, I thought was actually pretty good.
I did too. I was just being sarcastic.
I like that they were more like I like that about Top Gear when they did like this went over to like specials. I'm like,
Yup. I like Grand Tour though. It's the same guys from all the British.
Jeremy Clarkson,
Top Gear.
Richard
Yes.
Hammond, and come on, what was the third one?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
James
It's been so long.
May.
James, that's right.
Dude, I've been watching Top Gear since the fucking I can remember.
Top Gear's the shit.
I stopped paying attention
Well,
when I
no,
got into
that-
bikes.
No, dude, Top Gear is trash now.
He said it's trash
Dude,
now.
It
Man,
is.
there's no pleasing you.
No,
You're just
No,
like anti everything, bro.
What sold me on Top Gear was Richard Hammond, James May, and Clarkson, Jeremy Clarkson. Now it's not
Yeah,
that.
but they burned out.
Well,
No, they didn't.
So
Fucking-
they didn't burn out. They're doing Grand Tour now. What
Yeah,
happened was they all got fired for stupid reasons.
No, they all no. Richard Hammond and James May left the show, and fucking Jeremy Clarkson threw a stake at the producer and called him a Jew.
Oh, well, that's a hanging offense right there. You call a Jew in Hollywood.
It was in Great Britain though, so it was acceptable. That's why these guys on show
That's
now.
Great Britain, Hollywood. Same difference.
Yeah. Either way, Jews are involved.
Well, no, they actually,
Anyway, Jews are
they
involved.
actually, you know what? They benefited from it though because they actually went up to having a way better setup with the Grand Tour.
Absolutely. Amazon kind of kind of made the show and was like, "Hey, you guys can pretty much do whatever you want,
Literally
and
having
we'll pay for it."
no budget. Like
Yeah.
Amazon literally said, you guys have no budget.
Go do whatever you want, and we'll pay for it.
They're down one.
Like
And they
fucking
just-
Richard Hammond destroyed that electric supercar, and they're like, "Here's money."
Here's a check. It's like the sugar daddy you always wanted but never wanted to commit to.
Nice.
You're gonna have to explain that because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Do you know what a sugar daddy is?
I do.
Okay. It's like the sugar daddy you wanted, like somebody to like make those payments for you, but the one that you never wanted to commit to because you didn't want the rest of the relationship to happen.
It's true.
Yeah.
Awkward silence, bro.
It's only awkward if you make it.
It's only awkward if you make it that way.
All right, everyone.
I'm just fucking with you.
I'm going to. We are coming up on 3.5 hours of a live stream that normally goes for an hour.
Oh wow.
That's because it was good this time.
It is, man. Like having people on here is fun. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing next week. If you guys want to join in too next week, let me know.
What time do you normally do that?
6:30.
30.
Just so that if we go long like this, it's still only like 9 o'clock.
Dude, I just want to. I do want to just say peace to everybody in the chat because that's where I'm usually at, and I haven't seen any of the chat tonight. So, if somebody said something that I would have or could have replied to, I would have.
I should have. I could have, but I didn't.
Peace, all you chatters, because I'm a chatter. I'm always in the chats.
All right, so I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end this live stream there, guys. I unfortunately have to work in the morning.
You and me both.
Are you sure that's unfortunate? These days, that's actually really fucking fortunate.
Yeah.
I will. After,
Yeah.
after that, I will end the broadcast. I will explain to you why.
You're still risking the virus. Every time you go out of your fucking house,
I will.
You got to worry about it.
After I end the live broadcast, I will explain why to y'all that are in here. So, so I'm at there. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Leave a big thumbs up or this live stream.
Subscribe to this guy. He's awesome.
Hit that sub button. Hit that bell icon. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, morning, afternoon tea, brunch, lunch, nightcap, midnight snack, crumpet, McGriddle, bacon sandwich. And remember to always ride for freedom and pocket cookies.